Hello everyone, my name is Pixelriffs. Welcome to your Sunday Minecraft live stream. How is everybody doing in the chat? Hope you're all very well. Hope the weekend is treating you good. We are here once again to play some Minecraft, and I could not be happier to be here. Hope you guys are looking forward to today's stream. Afternoon partner, indeed. We've got so many people in the chat already. Great to see you guys. Crazy Kyle, thank you for the host. running that zombie on my microphone. There we go. And Disney Girls 101 with the resub right at the top of the stream. Thank you so much for the 2 months of support. I appreciate you a great deal. And by the way, guys, if you weren't here for the last stream, couple of notices, couple of points of order, bit of business up at the top of the stream. For a start, this is now a partnered Twitch stream, which means we have quality options guaranteed on all of our streams pretty much. I'm not going to say 100% guaranteed, because sometimes there's a lot of partners streaming and they can't give out the transcodes to everybody, but it seems like we are good. So I'm streaming in 1080p again. If you want to watch in 1080p, you can. If you want to watch in any other quality, it should set automatically depending on your internet connection, but you can downgrade it if you're getting buffering or anything like that. Exciting times. Secondly, sub badges are looking pretty good so far. We don't have them live yet because Joel is still working on the illustrations for them, but hopefully those should happen sometime in the next week. And at that point, we'll be switching Joel's focus over to emotes for the channel, because on the last stream, we had some incredibly generous subs and gift subs. So right now, we have like 18 emote slots to fill, not counting the tier 2 and tier 3 subs. So we've got a lot of work cut out for us, but it's going to be great, and I hope you guys will enjoy. It'll be also great to get a few like emote suggestions from people in the chat. If you guys think of something in particular that you would like to see as an emote, let me know, either in the chat or on Twitter. I have a list, so I can probably compare them to the list. But yeah, we have like 400 subs right now, which means that we have 18 emote slots for just tier 1, which is amazing, and I cannot thank you guys enough for the amount of support you guys have been showing lately, especially on the stream the other day. Right after we got partnered, the support was unreal, so thank you so much. I'm really glad you guys are here, and I hope you're going to enjoy today's stream. Fatality with the congrats, thank you so much. Yes, 18, Paranor, 18. Gosh, there were lots of sub-bombs last stream. There were some very, very generous people. It was pretty incredible. Helen, you're saying the series helped you out. I saw earlier that you said you had watched up to episode 37 of the series. That's super cool. Thank you so much for checking out the YouTube stuff. I always appreciate it. And yeah, that is a lot. That is so many. So far, I have plans for about 10 emotes, and then we might do some stuff that's based on the sub badge designs I have planned as well. But yeah, I think we're gonna come up with some stuff. The chair is probably gonna get its own emote. I will tell you that, like, because that's the one I've seen people say, like, we need a chair emote or whatever. So the chair is getting one. Choppin' Tuesday is getting one. There's going to be a few various different ones. There's probably going to be... There's one I've talked about before whenever Beethoven comes on, or whenever we design anything that looks especially fancy. I've said that I want an emote of me, like, in a kind of a powdered wig, and maybe, like, a kind of naval jacket, kind of based on my jumper or something, and have it be, like, the posh emote. But we can spam that whenever Beethoven comes on. Because powdered wigs and Regency era stuff is just kind of... a visually striking thing, I guess. So it would kind of work out. If you're telling me to hurry up and start, you can get timed out, because I will start when I want to start. Thank you. Oh my gosh, and the generosity continues. Jeshny with the 5 gifted subs. We're going to be at 450 soon. I'm going to need to design more emotes. Destroyer 2015, Vane, Elm Feather, Lovely Woods, and Maddie. Enjoy your gift subs. I'm pretty sure you guys all owe Jeshny a big thank you. Awesome stuff. So, let's start the day right. All right, let's get going. Let's play some Minecraft. Today we're going to be heading out into the taiga, and we're going to be finding ourselves some foxes. So, yeah, can we just time out anybody who's being really impatient with me right now? Thanks. I would like that. Yeah, we're not going to tame foxes so much as catch them, because foxes can't really be tamed. But we can make them trust us. They don't, like, follow you around the same way that cats and dogs and stuff do, but you can at least have them not run away from you, which is a good start, right? Don't worry, Paranor, it's all good. I will take care of some of them if I need to. But right at the start, we've got a couple of ankle biters on me, which is wonderful. I did head up there and sleep, and so there are still a bunch of mobs around here that need to get taken care of. But I'll stand up here and check some stuff. There's like spiders and witches crawling around everywhere. That should be fine. Let's just check what we've got on me. I've got plenty of sweet berries. I need to go and get some leads, though. I think they defend you if you're attacked too. Do they? If you have their trust or whatever, then that's super cool. Foxes aren't a part of Bedrock yet. I know, it's a shame, and I do hope they get added soon. I think they are coming in the next update. Just for whatever reason, some of that content is being delayed for Bedrock players. But it's a good chance to explore them right now while we have them in Java, and then Bedrock players will know as much as they can about them. If presuming that all of the mechanics around foxes work the same way in Bedrock, then Java players have got you covered. X-Pro Amy, thank you for the host. Appreciate the host. How or can you donate? There should be a link that people can pop in the chat if you type !tip. There should be a way to do that. Alternatively, you can subscribe if you're not subscribed already. It helps me out a great deal. Means you get emotes for the channel as well. Good Pud, hello. Good afternoon. Hope you're doing well. What is the best village to live in? Totally depends what kind of environment you like. All of the villages are good. And they all have like the same random distribution of stuff, so there can be all kinds of stuff. people getting that space tea. Am I the dude from Hermitcraft Recap? I am the guy from Hermitcraft Recap. This week, etc, etc. Hey, Minecraft Pro, how are you? Well, welcome along. So one of the things I want to do, I've got some foxes over here, one of whom trusts me, the rest of them not so much. So I need to be a little bit sneaky about this. But if we catch a couple of them using leads, then they shouldn't be able to run away from me too far. Ali Plays Games, thank you for the host. Is the Hermit drinking game still a thing? Only if people ask if I can join Hermitcraft or tell me I should play on Hermitcraft. I feel like mentioning the recap is a separate thing, because people know what's up with the recap, so I feel like that's maybe not part of the drinking game quite yet. Can you use a lead from the offhand, is my next question. Do I need to, is the follow-up question, because, yeah, I think I can probably just drift down here, and if we get one on a lead, then we should be able to feed it berries too, and then the offspring is going to trust me at that point. And I'm pretty sure there were foxes around here. Yep, there they are. Look at them. Oh, they're so adorable. And I think one of these will trust me already. I'm pretty sure it's that guy. That guy seems to be... Yeah, he's chill. Oh, hi, friend. I love them so much. They're so cool. And, yeah, these guys are being a little bit more wary of me. But if I get this guy and one or two of the others together, then potentially we can breed them. They run so fast. That's just like the foxes in real life that I have in my garden. They're just like zippy little things. Hi, friend. Yes, we got you on a lead. Okay, you come back here, and you enjoy the company of this one. Hey, come together. Come together. And berries. Okay, that untangled the lead. Oh, and you've picked the lead up in your mouth. Great. All right, do your thing. Yes. Okay, we have Baby Fox, and Baby Fox will hopefully trust us for the foreseeable future. They all seem to be pretty chill with me now. Nice. Okay, let me get rid of the berry bushes for a second. I don't think foxes can be hurt by berry bushes, but we have fox in real life. Yeah, if you go to my Instagram account, quick plug, instagram.com/pixelriffs, you'll find a lot of pictures of, there's like 3 foxes. There's one, I think, vixen, and 2 fairly grown-up now kits that live in or around my backyard. There's like a pile of wood down at the end of the garden that seems to be like where they like to sleep sometimes. You saw a fox in your village walking out of a driveway with a chicken drumstick in its mouth. That seems like something that they found in like the trash in one of your neighbors' like dumpsters or something. What's the best enchantment for a pickaxe? Personally, I like Silk Touch, but mending is probably the most important one at this point. We've got a couple more down here, which, if we've got leads, we should be able to... I think the best bet is actually going to be to craft a fence, tie them to the fence using a lead, and then feed them. Because that way they can't run away. Because if you right-click on them to try and feed them berries, you just end up detaching the lead from your hand. So let's quickly make a couple of fences so that we can tie them up over here. But I think once you fed them the berries, they don't seem to... like, they don't seem to mind you. It's not that they're tamed, they're just kind of neutral to you at that point. Let's make fences. There we go. Let's take a fence. Yeah, I gather they jump well. I'm probably going to box them into some kind of enclosure. The plan is to take them back to Founder's Forge, and I want to build a tavern, and it's going to be kind of fox-themed, and there might be, like, foxes in a pen out the back or something. I don't know. Recently, you've learned that you can break blocks with only a Silk Touch book. Yeah, no, I saw something about that. I can't remember if I saw it on Twitter or on Reddit. It may even have been you that posted it, Bodum Fox. But I will say that that's probably an unintentional thing, because you can break glowstone with it and stuff. I think like the book itself is enchanted with Silk Touch somehow. I don't think that's meant to be the case, so that'll probably get fixed at some point. But it's a fun mechanic, and I like it. It's like having Silk Touch shears. Back in the day, we used to be able to put Silk Touch on shears because that was the only way you could get cobwebs. But then people used it to mine glowstone with shears because it didn't decrease the durability, and you didn't. There's no like better tool to break glowstone with, really. I think it maybe breaks like a fraction of a second faster with a pickaxe, but it's close enough to 0 that it makes no odds, you know. Right, you come back, come back. I want to put you on a lead. Stop running away. Attack, get him. Yes, okay, we got one. We got one. And you've got a feather in your mouth. Oh, how adorable. Breaking glass with Silk Touch shears was great. Yeah, that's... it's kind of like... It was the best enchantment to put on shears for a while, but... Wow, that one's like crossing the river to get away from me. It was the best enchantment to put on shears for a while, but then you could only... you can only put mending and unbreaking on them now. And efficiency. I think you can still do efficiency. Well, in theory... It's actually... Is it killing the fish? It's fishing. I've never seen them do that. That's pretty incredible, actually. Hello, blue t-shirt again. This t-shirt is actually blue. I will take that. I will take this t-shirt being blue. Now you need to come with me. I did not realize they could kill fish. They don't eat them like they do with chicken. They just kind of... fish in the river for you. Well, that's interesting. I wonder if there's something we can do with that. I wonder if you could turn that into an automatic farm somehow. Optifine is pre-14 now. They are really hoping for the next update to come out, aren't they? Eat the berries. Are you okay there? Do you need to be off the lead for that to happen? Or are you trying to get to some of the other foxes? Not entirely sure what is going on there. They did not make baby. curious. Hi, are you, Okay, apparently they are not chill. Come back. I'm gonna tie you to a fence and encourage you to mate with this other fox. Oh, you're okay. That one was running towards me, not away from me. If we give you a... Oh, okay. They're doing the thing. Hey, baby fox. They're so cute. And like that is entirely how foxes sleep. That's entirely how foxes sleep. Hey, Double O Squirrel, good to see you. I'm having a lovely day. Hope you're having one too. Yeah, foxes seem to be like ocelots, where like initially you have to kind of sneak up to them or just run at them, basically. Hey, Voog, thank you so much for the congratulations. I'm very happy to be a Twitch partner now. And hopefully you should be seeing lots of cool new emotes popping up on this channel really soon. Mystery Selena, good afternoon. Lovely to have you here. And I did not bring a bed with me. I do have some wool here, though, so I guess we could probably make a bed up here at our little campsite. And then in the morning, we will see about bringing our foxes back into the town. Which is going to be a bit of a trip, but we could make a boat. We could row them down the river. Not sure. Hopefully our bed is fire safe. When did I get that tick? I got that tick on Friday. So we did a little bonus stream on Friday, kind of announcing the whole partnership deal. It has been a while since we've been at this camp. Yes, we visited here when 1.14 came out. This was like the second episode I made in the Minecraft 1.14 update. And it was going to see these foxes, actually. So that's why a couple of them already trust me. Should make a little fox enclosure. That is the plan, Donut. That is 100% the plan. Congrats on the partnership. Hey, thank you. Thank you very much. Beds can't burn. I know, but I was mostly joking around. They especially can't burn next to a campfire, because campfires don't spread. But, yeah, I was mainly having a bit of a joke. Alright, y'all. We're going to take you home. We're going to take you back to my lovely town. And, of course, you're all going to run around with the leads in your mouth. Now, we should be able to take multiple foxeye home with us. I'm sorry for interrupting your nap time, guys, but this one, is he running away because he's got something of mine in his mouth? I think he might be. Okay, that one is so determined to have a nap. It's like, I'm staying here. Does that just mean that I'm verified? Kind of and kind of no. Partners get a bunch of other stuff on Twitch as well. It's not as big a deal, really, as becoming an affiliate, because that's when you get to have subscriptions and bits and get like revenue from streaming on Twitch. But partnership means we get tons of emotes, we get access to quality options all the time pretty much, and there's a few other small things, but really it's more or less the same as being an affiliate. It just means that you are kind of approved by Twitch and that you are, you know, one of those people who could be a career streamer if you want to make a go of it, more or less. It's not quite like a ticket to streaming full time or anything, but it's still pretty. You gonna come with us there, or are you just gonna nap, buddy? I'm just a little bit worried about. I'm actually dragging one of the sleeping ones with me. I'm just worried about these leads breaking on me. You know? Are you stuck in that block somehow? Can I move you, please? I know they're nocturnal, so you're actually probably better off moving them during the night, but this one is stuck in sleep mode. Gonna have to chop the trees down. Yep, that one has broken the lead. Come on. Come on. I'm pretty sure the little ones would just follow the parents anyway, but I want to make sure that I can bring all of them back with me. Hey, Spage Fiend, only 3 days to go until Mrs. Rifts gets home. Indeed, indeed. Very much looking forward to it. they keep stopping to take a nap. It's like me on the weekends. Come on. Move it. Wakey wakey. Just like flinging them over this this block here. Do you think they can nap in boats? Do you think if I like moved them all individually in boats that would be easier? I mean, I'd be more in control of the movement at that point, but like it'd also be kind of cute seeing a fox napping in a boat. It'd be like Wind in the Willows. At worst, I only need 2. I know, but I like having this whole family in tow. It's just kind of sweet to move them all together. The little ones are so cute. They grow up so fast. And I guess we could go back for them if we know more or less where we ended up leaving them, but a couple of them are actually growing up while they're on the leads, which is really funny. Get 2 in it and tie it with a leash. You go on one boat. You can't lead boats in Java Edition. It doesn't work that way. Now comes the difficult part. Can we cross the river with them all? I think they're going to move a little slower in the water, but nope, seems to be working. I think there was a problem for a while where baby foxes' heads weren't above the water and they would occasionally suffocate if they ended up in water, but I think we are... Yeah, we're good. Okay, great. I think you can tow mobs in boats if using the lead. It's not something I've tried, so I don't know for certain, and I feel like we could potentially just waste time if we ended up doing it that way. Baby cats drowned. Yeah, that sucks. Wait. Do we still have... Yeah, we still have 5. The little ones keep disappearing behind the big ones, and I'm like, do we lost one? Oh, we did lose one that time. Come back. Come back into the fold. You've got an egg. I know you've got an egg. You're very excited about your egg. One of the foxes that visits my garden, there's a golf ball that this fox in particular, for whatever reason, really likes to... Oh, it's straining at the leash. It's going after the chicken. There's a golf ball that this one fox that visits our garden seems to like to carry around in its mouth, and we think it thinks it's an egg. You see that one leaping? I love the jumping. It's so funny. I think they are all just, like, going after the chickens at this point. Like, let's just stand here with these foxes kind of leaping all around us. There's a chicken right there, my dude. Have you got, like, some chicken in your mouth right now, or is that's still the lead, right? When am I going to post more fox pictures on Instagram? When the foxes visit again, because right now they are kind of away, as far as I can tell. Well, like they've started to. Okay, we've lost them. They've started to visit a little bit more frequently, but yeah, you come back. For a while they were gone because we were doing some work in the garden, and they didn't like being around it when it was clear that there were people out there all the time. They're quite timid animals. The leaping, I swear, is just the funniest. Where did that other guy go? Oleg, thank you for the hosts. Oh, he's in the water. Okay. Right, now you... Stop it. They're just leaping on the end of the ropes. It's so funny. It's like having an army of dolphins. Bunch of ginger dolphins. Good, I've got a bed with me. I was worried that it was going to get super dark, and then I'd have to, like, lead these through the field whilst worrying about creepers and stuff as well. Come on, tear yourself away from the chickens. Alright, we seem to be a bit more under control now. When there are chickens around, they're a nightmare. Both of our neighbors have chickens as well, or at least the neighbors who are next door to us who are moving used to have chickens. Not because the foxes got to them, but because they're moving and they don't have room for the chickens at the new house. I think they adopted them out to some friends. Come on, you lot. Come on. The sound effects aren't nearly, like, as frightening as actual fox noises, though. They're actually pretty cute. Compared to actual foxes, which make horrendous noises in the middle of the night. Hey, Brainiac. Welcome along. We're bringing some foxes back to town today. As you can probably tell from the mass of ginger nerds on my screen. We gotta take them away from the trees. They keep trying to nap underneath the trees. The cats around there aren't any better. Yeah, we have I told you, Fry? Have I told you about the game me and Mrs. Riffs used to play at our old house, which was cat, fox, seagull, or baby? It didn't have to be in that order, but it was always like, what is making the weird noise outside of our house today? Uh-oh. We got company. Foxes and wolves don't like each other. So we've got to try and keep the wolves away. Alright. Gonna have to get the axe out and take it to the wolves if there are any troublemakers here. Seems like we're okay, though. There's a problem with moving these things back through the taiga. I think if we go this way a little bit, we should reach Founder's Forge. Let's nap under this overhang, though, because it's getting dark. Here we go. Do foxes make sounds? Yeah, they make sounds. Elethan, congrats to the partnership with Twitch. Thank you so much. Very excited to be brought into the fold. So far, we've managed to keep all 5 of them with me, which I think should be an achievement at this stage. Any tips for flying with Elytra? I have a whole YouTube episode of tips for flying with Elytra. If you want to check that out, that's at my YouTube channel. I forget which number episode it is in Survival Guide, but it's somewhere in the hundreds, like in the low hundreds. Hey, buddy. Little man, get back on your lead. I've only got 2 of these things left. Yeah, I've already bred a bunch of these together, so the babies will follow the parents anyway. There's the castle. Okay, great. We're really close now. You know what? I think we can probably just go around this way. Hop down the side here. Is that all of you? Okay, we've still got 1 under the tree over there. Friendo. We break the block underneath it and it's still sleeping. What can foxes do? Most of the time they just attack chickens. So sometimes people use them for automatic chicken farms. And we might end up doing that with these. But for now I kind of just want to have them around. Because they're super cool and because I have foxes living near my house in real life. Oh my gosh, the gifted subs. They're back. The Vixen gifting 5 subs. Thank you so much for the very generous 5 gifted subs. Sam, Slipwhip, Dr. Summer 83, Innoboyo, and Kittycraft Game. Enjoy your subs, guys. You should thank the Vixen. And what an appropriate name for what we're doing today. Man, super generous. Thank you so much. We are coasting towards unlocking yet another emote for the channel. And I haven't even got the first set of emotes figured out quite yet. Okay, I am now doing the backstroke, trying to get these foxes to follow me. Looks like we've got a set of staircases over here. We can probably bring them up if we need to. Grant Stamps, good morning to you. Hope you're having a lovely morning. I am currently trying to get 5 foxes back to my base. And, yeah, despite their occasional tendency to start napping under trees, it seems to be going pretty well. Right, we can take them up the docks on that side. And probably bring them up through the tunnel. Just trying to stop them from taking full damage as we clamber over these rocks. I think we're good. Has another one of them grown up? I think another one of them has grown up. So now there's just that one baby that is not an adult. Oh, speaking of which, almost left you behind, little fella. Petrol Pirate with the 2-month resub. Thank you so much for using your Twitch Prime sub here. Appreciate you a great deal. Thank you. Alright, up we go. Up we go. So glad I built this staircase here. It's going to make this next step a little bit more straightforward. Look at these guys. They're trying to nap underneath the spruce wood I've placed in the corridor. That's adorable. That's cool, though, because it means if you place spruce wood blocks out there, and maybe it's like a light level thing as well, but if they are covered over, if there is like less skylight underneath them, then maybe that means they will choose them as their napping spots, which is a mechanic that we can... Whoa! Okay. Hi. There's a chicken nearby, and they all go crazy. But maybe that's a mechanic that we can use when we actually make our little fox sanctuary here in town. They do seem to just be napping when there is, like, no skylight above them. They seem to just like the shade in general, so that's something we can probably take advantage of. And we really need to... Can we... I'll take care of it, lads. Don't worry. There we go. Actually having to kill chickens at a distance. 5 foxes leaping. Zenbichi with the 200 bits. Thank you so much for the bits. And sharing those pride emotes to the people in the chat. Why do you need the foxes? Mostly because I want to just have foxes around. I like them a lot. I think they're kind of cute. But also, we can do some fun stuff with them later. We can turn them into like a sort of chicken farm situation because they will kill chickens. So we can potentially use them for that. For the most part, though, I just kind of want them to be around. I like them. I kind of feel like making them a kind of a mascot animal for this area, if we can. Whoa, okay. You need to calm down there, my friend. We are kind of dangling a couple of them in the ravine here, which hopefully we can bring them back. Oh, no. Don't let this be where we lose all of our foxes. All right, over we go. Over we go. We'll have to fish those two out of the ravine later. Come on. Out you get. And yeah, I gather you can use them to farm sweet berries and stuff as well, so that might be an option. Alright, the last leg of the journey was apparently the most dangerous, but we've got 2 of them here at least. Maybe we can build a little staircase to get these guys out of the ravine if they are down here and chilling. Oh no. Did we lose 3 of them? Did they really take that much, like, fall damage, or what happened there? Unless they've just ditched the leads and run. Oh! Hello. We got one that's up there. The leads may have just broken after all. Here's hoping. Alright, we've got one here. Who probably can't go anywhere because of the height of the blocks. Yes, there we go. Oh, and now it's going after a chicken, of course. You there. Come back. No, I think the other ones might have run off, because there are plenty of chickens around here for them to run after, as you can clearly see from the fact that this one is still straining at the leash a little bit. Hey, come here. Come on. Plenty of chickens over here. Dang it, guys. Yeah, that's right. Come here. Got a dirt block in his mouth. What a nerd. Look at that. It's a grass block as well. Silk Touch Fox over here. Yeah, there's magma blocks down there. There's also campfires down there, so I worry about them just wandering onto something that they can take damage from. But maybe if I throw down some chicken over here, they might come running for it if they're still alive. I have a feeling a couple of them may have ended up suffocating in a block thanks to them dangling on the leads. Sometimes that happens, which is always the worst. But hey, we got a few of them here. That's kind of why I wanted to bring more than just one or two in the first place. We also have Silk Touch Enderman. We do. Alright, let's take care of that. Yeah, I have a feeling the others may have bought it, unfortunately. There aren't really any places, maybe a couple of spots here and there that they could fall down into, but I think it may have just been they got dangled off the edge of here and I tried to pull them up and I was pulling them through a block or something. Leads tend to make stuff glitch into them sometimes, which is a nuisance. We can take a quick look around from the sky at least, but I don't think we'll be seeing them around here. Okay, well that's not a great start, is it? Just fly straight into this contraption over the top here. So the ones that are over there are still going to be chilling over there. I do not see any ginger boys, do you? We got those three. Looks like the other two unfortunately snuffed it. Oh well. We got plenty more where that came from. And hopefully these two or three should be in the mood to breed soon. Uncle Bob's with a Twitch Prime sub. Thank you so much for subscribing. Enjoy your emotes. Welcome to the Pixels. You are 1 in a million, and I appreciate the support. What am I doing for tomorrow's episode? In tomorrow's episode, we are working on the dragon fight. I've actually done basically the last 2 dragon fights that I will probably ever do in this series, at least as far as like on camera goes. And I want to do some stuff in the end on like the central island, making like an end hub and having all of the gateways accessible and stuff, which means probably not respawning the dragon for at least a little while. So yeah, I fought the dragon once using only explosive stuff. So we fought the dragon using beds and TNT, and I even blew up a couple of end crystals in its face, which was fun. And then that was the basically the second to last fight was that, and then I did the last fight just as a cinematic sequence using replay mod, which turned out really good. I'm really excited for you guys to watch it. But then the episode after that is probably going to be about these little guys. And then, yeah, the rest of the week, who knows? I might get started on the witch farm this week. It depends if 1.14.3 comes out. Nailed it. Because I have such a hard time saying the name of that particular update. Because if 14.3 comes out, that means iron farms will be possible again, or at least I will want to make an iron farm again because the mechanics will be where they're going to be at for the foreseeable future. Because in the last couple of updates, they have been changing, and now the gossip system is going away entirely, and the iron golem spawning mechanic is going to be something completely different. So I've been holding off on rebuilding my iron farm for that reason. It seemed like stuff wasn't going to get stable for a little while, and now it potentially is. In the next update, I should be able to make an iron farm, which is something people have been asking me to do since 1.14 came out, and something that I've been holding off on doing until I knew of a stable iron farm design I could build, because it's the kind of thing that I can make like a loose idea of it myself, but everyone's approach to iron farms in 1.14 has just been throw as many villagers in a box as possible, and I don't want to do that because it seems inefficient. Do I take fan mail? You make wooden pixel art and you'd like to send some Minecraft-related stuff for free. I don't have a P.O. box or anything, and I'm a little bit wary of giving out my address. That sounds amazing, and if you have any kind of, like, storefront, like an Etsy shop or something like that, like, feel free to whisper it to me, and that would be really cool to check out. But as for right now, I'm not really comfortable, like, giving out my address to people, like, even for bespoke stuff like that. And I think, yeah, like, setting up a P.O. box costs a lot of money, and I don't think I'm really in a position to do that yet. Maybe in the future at some point, perhaps, but not right now. Appreciate the offer, though, and wooden pixel art sounds really cool. That's why your discounts have disappeared. They removed the gossip. No, they've only removed gossip for iron golem spawning in particular. If you're working in the latest snapshots, apparently good gossip basically degrades over time now. So if you've cured some zombie villagers and they give you tons of discounts, eventually those discounts will kind of go away. They'll kind of forget the curing process. So you won't be able to get those discounts forever. You're still going to have to kind of do a bunch of trading right at the start when you can, and then after a while it'll go away and you just have to go back to the regular villager economy, or just keep consistently curing zombie villagers. The foxes need a tree to sleep under. Well, I've got them covered, quite literally, I guess. So we can pop down some spruce logs. And I don't have any saplings to grow them, but I can probably find some spruce leaves and make a little custom tree for them in the meantime. Good morning from a cloudy Pacific Northwest. Hello. All the villagers in your trading hall lost all the discounts since pre-4. Is this a bug or something? No, that is intentional, I believe. Like I said, villagers are forgetful now. They forget that you've done good deeds for them in the past. They have to keep sharing that positive gossip, otherwise they will just forget that you're a good person. It's a little bit more balanced than the system was before, I'll give them that, because otherwise you could just get everything for 1 emerald all the time, and that would be a little bit too OP compared to how it used to be. And people have voiced their concerns about quite how ridiculous it is that you get crazy custom trades now, so I think they have nerfed it slightly for the benefit of, like, server economies not being completely broken as a result or something. Just make them like a cute little spruce tree here. Kind of a dwarf spruce, if you like. That's pretty adorable. Oh, and they took to that so quickly. Bless them. It doesn't look like they're still leashed up, but they are. And this one still has a lead in its mouth. I wonder if it's going to drop that if I give it something it prefers, like chicken. You going to swap that? Oh, yep, you did. But you didn't break your lead. That's just you dropping the lead, right? That guy's still got a dirt... It's so funny. He's just, like, having this little dirt snack the whole time. It's great. Do they forget negative gossip? I hope so. Do my parents play Minecraft? No, my parents do not play Minecraft. Custom tree foliage, you hadn't even considered that? I mean, custom trees are super fun to build. If you're into building and you want to expand your skill set a little bit, start building custom trees. Especially if you build bigger. Like, trees in Minecraft, the vanilla type of ones tend to generate kind of small in the grand scheme of things. If you start building trees bigger, you can get some really amazing details. Hi Caliber One with a Twitch Prime sub. Thank you so much for subscribing. Enjoy your emotes. Welcome to the Pixels. You are 1 in a million, and I appreciate the support. I considered a redstone device to shoot a random chicken into the fox sanctuary. The thing about shooting random chickens in, I guess if you grow them and shoot them in with like a slime block or something, then that would work. If you dispense chicken eggs in there, it's just going to give you a baby chicken, which means that they won't get, like, they won't drop chicken as a result. You're just going to have some foxes all trying to tear apart a baby chick, which is not going to be all that great. It's a very Fable way of looking at things. So what I actually want to do over here is set up a tavern kind of thing that's going to be themed around foxes. And so I'm wondering what we should do to I don't know if I want to, like, maybe design some stuff in creative first, or if we should just try and put together a bit of a palette here now, and then... I don't know if I want to build the entire thing on stream, because I build best when I can concentrate and I'm not talking to the chat, but in the meantime we can do some other stuff if, yeah, if we get this stuff done, but I want to save it for an episode. Gonna give your sheep and cow pens a custom acacia tree cover now. Sounds good, sounds good. Were those foxes bred? A couple of them were, yes. I led a bunch of them over using leads, and all of them do seem to trust me, but I don't want them to just run off from where they are, so... I think spruce wood is going to have to happen because it's where they're from. I kind of wonder if we can put some acacia in there as well because of the orange thing. I feel like there's going to have to be like a theme of orange and that kind of creamy white color. In which case, I don't know if the spruce is going to go super well, because putting spruce next to, like, acacia planks, I don't know if that's really going to fit. I mean, it could. They've got, like, a kind of... they share that reddish-brown kind of vibe to them. And then I wonder if birch logs, but stripped. I kind of get an ice cream vibe from this. Maybe it looks a little bit like Neapolitan kind of style. We could potentially get away with that. What am I going to do for the 1-year anniversary for Survival Guide? I don't know. I haven't planned like more than a couple of episodes ahead in Survival Guide anyway, so I'm just going to make something up as I go, probably. I'll probably completely miss it, knowing me. Go with like orange terracotta and white terracotta as well. Like that's too pink. The white terracotta is too pink, really. Like if it was more of a fawny kind of brown, like a brownish white, then maybe. Sandstone bone blocks. We really don't have enough bones to make bone blocks, but I kind of feel like they'd be a good call. I need way too many bones. Like that instead of the birch, maybe. Or maybe as well as the birch? I can't quite tell. Concrete's going to be too white, that's the thing. Like, I kind of want it to be slightly kind of creamy coloured, because fox fur isn't like this pure brilliant white, or at least not the foxes I know. Probably because they're outdoor animals, and keeping anything like that pure white colour must be quite difficult. Speaking of bones, you found a second fossil. Congrats. Am I going to give a world download of the survival guide on the 1-year anniversary? Only if I've got all of the stuff I want to get done finished by the 1-year anniversary. Like, I don't plan on giving it out on a particular kind of milestone thing if it's not ready. And I have opinions about how ready is going to be, so... Best not to ask me. Fox laundry services are the worst. Brown mushroom block is probably too brown. Speaking of which, I also want to... Speaking of things being too white, I want to go out to a snowy taiga and see if we can find some, like, tundra foxes as well, because there are white foxes, right? There are Arctic foxes. And so I kind of want to go out and see if we can find them too. Before we do that, though, I might thin the herd over here at my barn, because I have a feeling they might be keeping a lot of the passive mob cap open. And also because I've been eating chicken for a while, and it's probably a good idea to have some steak. Arctic foxes, please. Yeah, I'm on board for this. So we're going to take out a few of the cows from around here. And we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's just go with 6. And the red sheep is apparently going to stay here. Let's take out some of the sheep as well. The red cow survived. I think it wants to think it's a mushroom. Also, some of these sheep are having that weird, like, lighting glitch with Optifine, and they look grey, and so I keep thinking there's going to be grey wool dropping as well, but it's actually all white wool. It's very weird. Okay, I think that will do. And hopefully that has freed up a little bit of space for better chances of mob spawning elsewhere in the world. We'll put the mutton in the smoker. Put the rest of the raw stuff in there. Just started playing in your own survival world, and survival guide is helping you so much. Oh, thank you so much. I'm glad that it's useful to you. Do foxes drop anything when killed? If they're holding something, yes. Otherwise, I don't think so. We are going to go and find the white foxes, yes. Suppose this is easier than name tagging them. Other wool farm sheep name tag. No. They should be, and it's very easy to do it. I just don't have enough name tags right now. Because, yeah, I haven't traded them from librarians recently. Mendelssohn has one for 22 emeralds. I could do that. Nice map, thanks. Yeah, we could go and get the other map, actually, just in case anyone forgets what game we're playing. Is there an Optifine for version 1.14.2? Yes. Yes, there is. It's in the preview versions right now. I think they are planning to do a full, like, a formal full release when 1.14.3 comes out, because that is looking like the version that everyone is going to want to play if they have been wary about upgrading to 1.14 so far. In terms of bug fixes, changes to various behaviors, that kind of thing. Cat from the Moon, hello, how are you? How good are blaze rods compared to other stuff in fuel regards to cooking stuff? Yeah, blaze rods are 12 items, and I mainly use them just because I had so many of them. One of the earliest things I did for XP was just kill a bunch of blazes in the nether if I wanted to mend my tools. Later on I set up a blaze farm, which I haven't used for a while because blazes have sort of been broken in 1.14. That's getting fixed in the next update too, so that's going to be nice. But yeah, like I mainly use blaze rods as fuel just because I had tons of blaze rods. Like I still got tons in here as well. Egg chest is getting low. Oh, we got plenty of eggs. Anytime I go through the house from this side, I just pick up tons of eggs from the yard, so ain't a problem. Emo idea, broken tools. Oh gosh. Holding up a shovel being like, look, it's fine. Don't remember you, but I was the one who went swimming. Oh yeah, no, I remember you, Jules. What's up? Let's see if I have any. Oh, I have like 4 bones in there. Great. Yeah, I need to do some AFK time at a skeleton spawner. I might do that at some point in this stream, so I can pay more attention to the chat and we can just hang out and kill some skellies. In fact, how about we go do that now? Because I've got some food. We can save the Arctic foxes for a little bit later. Stick around if you want to see those, and yeah, we will see. But I need to go and get loads of bones. I'm always lacking bone meal, and I could AFK at my general mob farm, but I have a feeling looting skeletons for them might be slightly quicker. You lost your world to a power outage? Oh, that sucks. I'm sorry to hear that. Green screen mug with green screen. Yep. That's how we do around here. That is the space tea. Do I have kids? No, I don't have kids. Hey, Destructive. Are you with the skeleton farm? 50% of the pigmen just run onto the killing platform. You can't kill wither skeletons on it because of them. Yeah, pigmen are kind of the bane of everyone's existence right now. Again, something else that's going to get fixed in the forthcoming update. Skeletons, go. Alright, we're here for the long haul. Let's chat. How are you? How many times have I died? In this world, 9. In the real world, none. As far as I know. Unless reincarnation is a thing. And then, yeah. In other worlds, countless. Let's go through my stats. In fact, let's actually open to LAN first. I mean, let's not allow cheats and whatnot, but let's start a LAN world so that then the skeletons should still build up in there because the world will be live behind the statistics screen. So yeah, number of deaths 9 is right at the top. So if you wanted to know that, I've opened an ender chest a lot more than I expected to, but then I've interacted with a furnace only 400 times more than I've interacted with an ender chest, which probably tells you something about how much of this world is automated now. Hey, Fairborn, thank you so much for the congrats. What music do I like? I like all kinds of stuff. What was I listening to the other day? Justice, the Cross album. I've been getting back into that lately. I played that basically when I got my partnership email, when I got the email on Friday, just to kind of keep my mood real hyped, because I wanted to keep that positive energy for when I started the stream. So I just put the Cross album on. It was great. I want to get that on vinyl. It's so good. Lately, I've been listening to a lot of video game soundtracks and some like instrumental EDM kind of stuff. I like instrumental tracks in general when I'm working because it distracts me less from all of the stuff that I'm working on. Typically, a lot of the stuff I do involves either like commentary or like writing stuff. So I end up picking instrumental stuff so that it doesn't mess with the words in my head, if you get me. Am I open to playing with fans? Maybe at some point, but not typically. Like, in the past, I've done Hypixel streams, I've played minigames and stuff, and a lot of the time, it just becomes difficult to include everybody in that, and having a fan server would be kind of a mess, because, again, like, it's kind of difficult to get a solid community that way. I have patrons on my patron server who I have occasionally been able to play with, but typically a lot of my time and effort on streams and off goes into the Survival Guide series, which is very much a single-player world. Sneak time, 5.5 days. Yeah, I sneak a lot, even when I don't need to. People, when I was, like, harvesting ores the other day, I was, like, fortuning a bunch of redstone ore, and people were saying, why do you keep sneaking? Like, there's... Oh, okay, that is working good. They were saying, why do you keep sneaking? Like, does that help you mine stuff faster? I was like, no, it's just reflexive. It's just because I don't want to fall off a block and, like, end up mining a grass block instead of whatever... redstone ore that I'm doing at the time. I've not cleaned any shulker boxes. My shulker boxes are real dirty. Likewise, trap chests. I'm 100% lifetime on not triggering trap chests. Not that there are any at all in the natural Minecraft world. Hey, Mr. Badger Seth, what's up? What's my playtime stat? Oh gosh, right now it's like 31 days. Yeah, 31.62 days. So once again, multiply that by 24 if you want to get hours. Do named hostile mobs despawn in peaceful when you switch to it? Yes, they do. How do you clean a shulker box? If you dye it, if you dye it a color and then you like right-click on a cauldron with it, it will wash the dye off, just like cleaning a banner or some armor or something like that. So it's not like they don't get dirty. It's like the color. If you change the color. Just finished laying a laminate floor. Wow, good work. Hope it turned out good. Are there trap chests in jungle temples? No, the traps are all tripwire on the floor. I'm pretty sure trap chests don't generate anywhere naturally. But obviously that's there for if you make trap chests yourself, or you put them in like a multiplayer scenario or something. Okay, well, we've got a healthy amount of skeletons now. And there's probably a ton of armor and stuff that's going to come through. I should bring a blast furnace down here, really, shouldn't I? I've got a furnace here, but that's not going to be enough. I really wish you could use arrows as fuel. Maybe we'll use bows instead, huh? Let's melt one bow and one piece of armor each time. Although I guess we can use the ones with lower durability first. That'll make people happy. You got a new puppy and you named it Scout? That's a good name for a puppy. 744 hours total, apparently. Wow. That's a lot of hours, huh? Is there a good use for trap chests in single player? There used to be, because trap chests used to be what you put next to regular chests, because you didn't used to be able to place them side by side, because from a while back in Java Edition, it was programmed so that, like, chests, when you place them next to each other, they automatically form a double chest, right? And for a while, Java wasn't sophisticated enough to recognize that when you were putting a chest down next to another chest, they couldn't be connected as a double chest, and so it just didn't, like, it didn't allow you to put two chests of the same type next to each other, so people used to use trap chests to alternate with regular chests in their storage systems. Which doesn't have to happen as of 1.14, or 1.13, I think is when it changed. So pretty recently. Your hamster passed away yesterday. I'm sorry to hear that, Milo. I'm sorry to hear that. I used to own hamsters as a youngster, and yeah, it's always a shame when you lose one, so I'm sorry to hear that. Hope you'll enjoy the stream. Hopefully that can pick you up a little bit. It's all good. If you like cute things of other kinds, we are going to go out and find some Arctic foxes pretty soon, so hopefully you will enjoy that. Your cat ran away yesterday. Oh no. I tell you what's really good for that. If you put out some clothing that you have worn recently, if you put that outside, then the cat will sometimes follow the smell back to it, because cats will often navigate by smell. I've heard, like, a lot of the time people recommend doing that if your cat runs away from home. But yeah, I do hope he comes back soon. But yeah, our cats that we used to have were very much indoor cats, so thankfully we never had to deal with that problem. But it's always a little bit, like, nerve-wracking when something like that happens, because you don't know where they are, you can't kind of keep up with what they're doing. But yeah, and if the cat comes back, there are really great little kind of tiny cameras you can put on them, or like GPS trackers and stuff like that will help you keep track of where they go, and you can go and look for them in those places if they get away again. And the price of that stuff is obviously a consideration, but it is coming down in price these days. You just got a cat and he's been hiding forever and you can't get him out of his hiding spot. Do you have any tips to get him out? When our cats, because they were both from America, like my wife is American and she had them since before I knew her, and then, like, when she moved over here a couple of years later, we got the money together to bring the cats back over, which was a nightmare. Traveling with pets is very difficult, but thanks to the combined help of both of our families, we got it done. But then when they moved into the flat we were living in at the time, they were very confused by the change in surroundings, and they hid under the wardrobe for a while. We had, like, a wardrobe that was slightly raised off the floor but had a cutaway where one of them could get underneath. And in the end, we just, like, we put some tuna out for him. We put out some food that he just couldn't resist. And a lot of the time, yeah, they just kind of, they come out for the food. If he's been hiding forever, if he's new, then he's probably just trying to understand what the space is and how he can, like, where the safe places are in your house. It will take some time, but they will get used to it for sure. Do I know any tips for a starter build? Your house is always a big cube and you would like to change that. For a start, put pillars on the corners so that it's more than just a cube. It becomes like a cube with a bit of depth. What I always end up doing when I build a house is put, like, spruce wood pillars, like logs or something, out diagonally from the outside. Yeah, there are a few different things you can do with that. I mean, you have to accept that your starter houses are going to be pretty rough at first because you're still gathering materials and things. But if you check out, I think episode 7 of the Minecraft Survival Guide on my YouTube channel is all about basically moving on from your starter house to something bigger. I think it's around episode 7, like 5 through 7 kind of area. And it's a really basic starter house design. It's the farmhouse that I still use all the time because it's got loads of space in it. Basically, you have to come to terms with the fact that you'll need to gather a ton of materials if you want to build anything that looks more like an actual house as opposed to a kind of basic wooden cube. Yeah, Green made a couple of videos. Like, anyone on YouTube who identifies as a builder probably has some really great tutorials on starter houses. Look up the Mythical Sausage as well. He's got some really great starter house designs. He kind of specializes in that kind of tutorials, so he's a good shout as well. that's changing in 1.14.3 as well. We're getting combining bows in your inventory is going to come back. So I could put a grindstone in here, but I really don't need to at this point. We'll save those for smelting gold armor, though. Dirt houses are the only way to go. They are. They are. Dirt houses for life. If it ain't dirty, it ain't worth cleaning. How you doing, Hot Dish? We are getting bones here today. Surprising no one. I will need a lot of these, though. CN, thank you for the host. Much appreciated. Been watching the Minecraft series. It's pretty good. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Hey, fam. The mam spam has come to the Pixel Rifts chat. Currently working on the hub. It's based on mine. Well, there's not much to base it on right now. It's kind of a giant stone circle at present, but you know, sacrifice a line in there and you'll be good. Narnia references, anyone? Or was that a stone? It was a stone table, not a stone circle. Dang it, I'm slipping. Just burritoing and refusing to get out of bed. I was going to say burritoing as in having burritos or making yourself into a burrito, because both are choice. But yeah, I had a burrito the other day, and most of the time I've been okay at getting out of bed these days. It's actually getting really humid in the UK right now, which means staying in bed is actually kind of unpleasant, which sucks, but, you know, we can deal. Nice see-through coffee cup. Where did I buy it? Space! I don't know where I got this mug, actually. It was a while ago, and this has been with me for, like, decades, you know? I'm more married to this cup than I am my wife at this point, and that's saying something, because I am incredibly married to my wife. But, yeah, I really wish they still made them. I've actually looked up the exact make of this cup to see if they still make them, and I can't find them anywhere, so I'm pretty sure they've been discontinued. It's going to be pretty warm this week for me down south. Yeah, tomorrow it's jumping from like 19 degrees to 29 degrees. Or it may have evened out a little bit now, but there are thunderstorms forecast, which is cool for me because I like a good storm. But it does make me worry a little bit for my equipment. I've got surge protection and stuff, so it's mostly fine, but still. You mean based on the original Nether Hub? Okay, cool. Well, that's probably a slightly more coherent design, at least to start off with. I've reworked the Nether Hub recently, as why. So, yeah, ignore me. It's good for the tennis. I mean, it's doing very well for Andy Murray. That lad, he is in the finals at Eastbourne in the mix, not the mixed doubles, the men's doubles final right now, and I could not be happier that he is having a decent comeback for tennis. I don't know if he actually played in the singles at all, but him and Lopez are through to the final. I'm like, what? Just about 75% married to the husband and 25% to the stream, right? Do I have a channeling network cable? What now? Oh, like a lightning rod kind of situation? No. But yeah, we don't have cable or like a TV aerial as far as I know. I think we probably have a TV aerial, it's just not in use. Am I ever going to finish the Nether Hub? Ever? Yes. Soon? Probably not. Jennifer Lopez? Yes. Andy Murray and Jennifer Lopez are playing in the mixed doubles. That would be great. I would love a celebrity tennis match with Andy Murray and J-Lo. I would 100% pay to watch that. Durability thing is a mod. What durability thing? Where you can like hover over it and see durability? It's advanced tooltips. You press F3 and H and it let me hang on. It has a debug message on the screen there, and when it says advanced tooltips shown, then that means you've enabled it and you can see all that juicy extra info, but normally it will just show you that. Ta-da! Do you like my new transition, by the way? I actually fade the overlay in and out instead of having to go back to the editor. Magic! The joy of having Streamlabs OBS and actually figuring out how to use it. Andy Murray is a legend. He just seems like an all-around great dude. And when he was having his time off for his injuries, he was doing some like commentary and stuff in Wimbledon, and he is really good at that. Like, more so than you would expect from somebody who has almost made a career and built a personality for himself around not being all that talkative. Like, his commentary was on point. He was very, very good. I was really enjoying it. Any questions about what enchantments he has or how he built something, go watch him on YouTube. Well, yeah, I mean, you can ask me here as well. Like, it's always fun just getting a response from a streamer, and right now, let's face it, I'm not doing all that much that's interesting, so you're a legend. No, you're breathtaking! He has got a great sense of humor, yeah, and he seems like he gives great high fives. I bet he does. You know, I bet he does. Yeah, like, Andy Murray seems like a very dry person, which, I mean... Like, in terms of humor, not just generally, I don't know that much. He seems quite sweaty when he's on court. But, like, aside from that, his humor seems like a very dry thing, which is, I think, sort of typical of Scottish people. I mean, I don't want to stereotype or anything, but, like, they tend to have quite a dry wit. And so, yeah, I think it goes over some people's heads sometimes, you know? But it's fun. It's super fun. Watching since 2017. OG crew! How long have I been married? Oh, 8 years, nearly. In September, it'll be 8 years. So, a long time. I got married when I was 24. I'm now 32. Best way to high five is look at the elbow. Correct. 100% correct. You look at the elbow and you just go for it. Works every time. It's a trade secret. Don't tell them. I am now half a stack of years old. Yeah, I can't remember if I made that joke at the time or if that one passed me by, but my wife would probably have rolled her eyes at that, but she would have appreciated the joke. When was the first Sky Factory playthrough? Oh, good question. First Sky Factory playthrough must have been 2 years ago, I think. It was around that time when I started doing all the time lapses and stuff. Which episode of the Survival Guide is this? It's a stream. But no, this will be preparation for Tuesday's episode of the Survival Guide. The skeletons are nothing to do with it. I'm going to get some foxes and stuff. But I don't record my episodes live on stream, if that's what you mean. I'm always doing, like, behind-the-scenes prep work and stuff for them, but I don't, like, record my commentary whilst there's a stream chat going. 2 stacks of eggs years old. Nice. I have 2 stacks of ender pearls. Should all measure our lives in Minecraft benchmarks. Looking forward to being 64. Didn't the Beatles have a song about that? I'm pretty sure the Beatles predicted Minecraft, like, several years early. Several years, like decades. I am 1 stack of eggs years old. Almost a sack of eggs. Do you know any good Enderman farms that I can build? If you look up Nembon's Enderman farm, assuming you're playing Minecraft Java Edition, look that up, because that's the one I made in my end week, like, farm thing that I did the other day. And yes, it's very good. You have to build it right at the bottom of the world in the end, which is terrifying because the void is there. But it's very good. It's incredibly fast. If you're on Bedrock, I can't help you. You're playing 114.3 pre-4. Okay, good. In that case, yes, check out Nembon's farm, assuming that nothing weird has happened to it in the snapshots. Why do some items stack? Because they would fit together really well. That is the universal symbol for things fitting together. You know, like your hands do when you do this. Why do some items stack to 16? Because they're round. I think it's just round stuff. Like eggs and ender pearls and stuff. Like, you couldn't really smush them together all that well. And it's also like, if you had a full stack of ender pearls, then that might be kind of OP. Because you can use them in, like, PvP situations. Having 64 ender pearls on you might seem a little bit like you could just, you know, teleport everywhere. What's the hardest part about becoming a YouTuber and a streamer? Building an audience. It always is. Minecraft is such an oversaturated game. Like, there are so many people out there playing it that, for a start, there are tons of people watching it. Like, there is a proportional amount of people watching. So you will usually find... yeah, there is somebody out there who will watch your content, but obviously, like, finding the sweet spot of making the kind of stuff you want to make and also the kind of stuff that other people want to watch is not an exact science. It's so much of it is trial and error. So if you are interested in becoming a Minecraft streamer or YouTuber, give it a try. Don't expect everybody to flock to you immediately. You may think you're really good, and that's great. Keep that confidence. But you'll need to spend a little bit of time building on a small audience, and then a lot of it is also luck. Like, I was incredibly lucky in that some successful people found my early tutorials and decided that I was worth promoting to them. Like, OMG Chad gave me a shout out ages ago that was where I got like 7,000 subscribers basically overnight. And at the time I was making much worse videos than I do now in terms of like the quality of the audio and my presentation of the whole thing, but the ideas I had were good and it was what people wanted to see. So it's difficult to hit that sweet spot. Personally, I am an advocate for people just playing the way they want to play, making the kind of content that they want to produce, because if you like watching the stuff that you make, if you're making something that you would like, then chances are there's somebody else out there who likes it too. That's my advice. Found me from recommended videos watching Python MC. That's the other thing. Collaborate with people, even if it's just your friends. Because chances are your friends have friends that aren't you. Even though this is the internet and that is rare. But it happens, and you can also find an audience amongst your friends' friends sometimes. As long as your friends aren't going to be like, you stole that guy from me. He was my only watcher, and now he watches you all the time. Is this just a Pixel Riffs Q&A? I mean, Double A Squirrel, I am just hitting skeletons with a sword right now, so you guys may as well ask me questions while I do that. Can I do a Skyblock survival guide? It is something I have considered doing, and I don't plan on doing it concurrently with the vanilla Minecraft default experience survival guide, because right now splitting up my audience between two series doesn't seem like the smartest idea. But it's something that I might end up doing in future, because people seem to be asking for it quite regularly, and Skyblock is a very different way of playing than vanilla is. So maybe in future. Right now, I'm just going to concentrate on this being my main series, and we'll see what happens. Can I do an egg roll play? I can eat an egg roll. That's probably something I can do. What's my favorite build style? Good question, actually. I don't really have a build style as such. Like, I tend to build medieval a lot just because the materials are super accessible to you, but I love seeing builds in other styles. I just haven't spent much time doing them myself. I like building fantasy stuff. I always think calling it medieval is a bit of a misnomer, because a lot of the time stuff might be medieval in terms of the materials you're using, but in terms of the actual build itself, it doesn't really look authentically medieval at all. What do I mean by now partnered? It means I used to be a Twitch affiliate, now I'm a Twitch partner. There's a stream called GuardianCon that was raising money for St. Jude's. I saw that before Paranor deleted it, because advertising in other people's stream chats is usually not a great idea. But I gather GuardianCon is happening. I know it's like part of the Destiny community. I used to play Destiny a whole bunch, and St. Jude's is a great cause, I will say that. So, yeah, while you're probably going to get timed out for advertising in my stream, I appreciate you wanting to raise awareness for a charity, and if anybody wants to go and check out the GuardianCon stream, they are, of course, welcome to. When will I turn 69 years old? For a start, nice. Also, in 36 years? Well, 35. 35 years-ish. What's the difference between affiliate and partner? Okay, let's go through the list. Affiliates have a ton of stuff that partners used to have exclusively now, so it's changed recently. But once you're an affiliate, you get access to all of the bits and subs, and you get a small amount of emotes, up to 5, depending on how many subscribers you have at the time. But partners get emotes that scale based on how many subscribers they have. So right now, I went from having 5 emotes to having the capacity for, like, 18. So that's changed a lot, and we'll be getting new emotes really soon. Partners used to have exclusivity with sub badges and cheer motes, but I'm pretty sure affiliate have those now as well. What's an emote? The little pictures that you see people putting in the chat, like the little cup of tea that looks like it's got space. And Painfully Purple, thank you so much for the Twitch Prime sub. Enjoy your emotes. Welcome to the Pixels. You are 1 in a million, and I appreciate the support. So, yeah. So lately, affiliates have been getting better with this, but partners typically have priority for transcoding options, which means quality options for people watching the stream, basically. I used to only stream in 720p because sometimes there were no quality options on my stream, and people who couldn't watch in 1080p wouldn't be able to watch if I streamed in 1080p because their internet connection is slow or for whatever reason. Like, my laptop has a really hard time with the Twitch player, and if I'm streaming stuff in 1080p to my laptop, it starts getting jittery and slows down. It's like a 2016 MacBook Pro. It is not that old. So maybe even a 2017. I forget when I got this. But yeah, the partnership thing means that I can have more quality options on my stream, and people can downgrade the quality if they need to watch the stream, which makes it more accessible to people. So that, the emotes, the fact that I have a verification tick next to my name is very cool. And yeah, partners get like VIP access to certain events. If I go to TwitchCon, then there's like partner hangouts and stuff that I could go to, but I probably won't. Mainly because I'm not all that keen on like the exclusivity side of things. I want things to be accessible to people, and so like going to one of those VIP things feels a little bit disingenuous to me. But also, yeah, just because I doubt I will make it out to events like TwitchCon all that much because I don't travel all that much. And having the money to travel is different. Like, if I was invited somewhere to like be a part of a panel or something, then maybe. And if I had my like travel compensated and stuff, then maybe. But they don't do that for stuff like TwitchCon unless you're one of the really big people. So despite being about 6 foot, I am one of the little people still. Your last PC couldn't handle 1080p 60 videos. Yeah, I could barely stream in 1080p on my old PC as well. So this PC is fine with 1080p stuff, but I have my Twitch dashboard open on my laptop, and I have to turn the quality to 480p to make sure it doesn't buffer while I'm streaming. So, little big man. Am I going to go to TwitchCon? Probably not. It depends where it is. Like, if it's in the UK, then maybe. There is a Twitch meetup thing, like an official Twitch event happening in London. I've seen False Symmetry tweeting about it, but I'm probably not going to go to that because I had no idea what it was or where it is. So I've only just really heard about it. How do you make a skeleton grinder? You find a skeleton spawner. Ideally, you build some kind of contrivance around it that will allow you to turn lights on and off, so that, for example, in this place, I've got a spawner in there that has spiders, and if I'm standing within a certain radius, the spiders will generate if there is no light in there. And I have naturally just yeeted that particular stair into the water in there, so I will take that away. Who is False Symmetry from the Hermitcraft server. But yeah, what you need to do is set up a set of water streams that will carry the skeletons into a killing mechanism like this. Some people choose to have them go all the way up and then come all the way down and take full damage. Personally, I have this killing mechanism that means they get thrown up into lava every time I hit them, and they all die real quick. I get loads of XP, and the drops come out at the bottom and go into a chest through a soul sand block, because it's smart that way. Somebody asked the Hermitcraft question. Everybody drink. Do I have a video about a cow/steak farm? I've done a video about how to start an animal farm, and it's just have a bunch of cows in a fenced-off pen. I haven't done like a nano cow farm or anything, but yeah, just grab some wheat and bring the cows together. Beautiful music will happen. Spage Fiend, you did call it, although that question happens quite frequently, so basically any time you say something like that in the chat, you'll probably be right. Beautiful music, yes. Am I familiar with Silent Whisperer? I have made many videos with Silent Whisperer. He was part of the Decidedly Vanilla Java Edition server with me, so yeah, I know of him. This chicken won't leave the compost bin. Break the compost bin. Okay, I'm running out of both space in my inventory, space in this leftover chest, and I cannot repair any of these bows because I do not have a grindstone. So I think our time here is probably coming to an end. I could always save the bones in this chest, I guess, but maybe just stop with the... Thank you. I want the bones, nothing else. Sir, madam, sir. How many players on the Decidedly Vanilla server? There were probably, I'd say a good dozen of us that were active. There were some other members who were kind of like legacy members who stuck around in the Discord chat but weren't playing on the server at the last count. But the server is now kind of reduced in size and is sort of inactive right now because various people got caught up with their single-player projects. I am one of those people. Let's be real. You got some more gold nuggets. Burn the bows. We do not need the bows here. Didn't know what I looked like until just now. Well, now you know. Isn't your life enriched? I looked up. There is a one of those wiki pages for YouTubers, and I have... Wait a second. I just put something in there, but I got 2 gold nuggets back, and I think it did a... Minecraft did a thing. But yeah, there's a fan-edited wiki thing for YouTubers, which I discovered that I was on the other day, potentially because of my involvement with the Hermitcraft recap. It seems like the kind of website where all of the Hermitcraft members would be listed. And the picture they have on there for me is a thumbnail from a video where I announced I was moving house. And the thumbnail is not flattering. I have a big beard and it looks like I'm shouting, and it's the worst, and also really funny at the same time. So I'm kind of okay with it. What's down the trapdoor on the left? Spiders. Well, not right now, but there would be if I turned the spider spawners on. Hey, Kyle. How you doing, Kyle? Emo hair one. There's an emo hair picture of me out there somewhere. I mean, I've had longer-ish hair on occasion, but I don't think I've ever had emo hair as such. I think I was more excited than angry, that's the thing. I just think it didn't come across very well in the thumbnail. My face looks kind of red. I have a red face anyway, like, I'm a white dude. I have a red face. But, yeah, there was... Excuse you? Thank you. There was a particularly unflattering thumbnail on that video, and that is the picture they went out of their way to use. They mean Elmo hair? No, they probably meant emo hair. Emo hair covering one eye. I don't think I ever had hair that was long enough to cover one of my eyes. Maybe I did, but I never wore it that way. What is Elmo hair? Elmo doesn't even have hair. It's like a layer of red felt. My hair has never been a layer of red felt. Next question. You're watching all the way from Kenya. Wow. Turn all of these into the bone block. No. Really wish the recipe book could be psychic and know exactly what I mean to do, because I do not mean to craft these bone blocks back into bone meal. I just want the blocks, man! Can you get a world tour soon? I did a world tour on my last stream, so if you want to go back and check the VOD of that, you'll find that on my YouTube channel at Pixel VODs, if you feel like dropping in on that. Otherwise, I might do a world tour episode in like a milestone episode, like 200 or something, maybe. Do I ever play on Bedrock? I have played on Bedrock several times in the past. Do I do it frequently? No, not at all. And typically, if I go on Bedrock now, it's to play marketplace maps rather than being a like a vanilla let's play kind of situation. Look at them all! Napping under the tree. Does one of them still have a dirt block in his mouth? Yeah, he does. You munch on that dirt, little man. actual legends. Right, let's go find some Arctic foxes. So what I'm planning on doing here, I will set up a little potentially build pallet situation. We got bone blocks, we got acacia, we got spruce logs, and we got stripped birch. These are my foxy colors. And with those we will build a lovely tavern. Yeah, I reckon that's good. I reckon that's good. Cool, let's do it. How do you do connected glass textures? Download Optifine. And I'm pretty sure they're in Optifine by default. They're in the default settings, but if not, you go to your video settings. I think you go to details, and then you mess with one of the settings here. Or maybe it's quality. Yeah, and connected textures, you switch that to fast or fancy. And that's where you get connected glass from. Beside the Cat Cafe. Yeah, the Cat Cafe is going to have some competition pretty soon. You have them on fancy. Are you using a different texture pack? Or are you using the default vanilla textures? I have no idea then. I genuinely do not know. Let's get some boats, because I'll probably need to row these foxes back from a distant snowy taiga. No Optifine Bedrock. You don't need Optifine for Bedrock. You've got bad enough performance as it is. Like, the whole reason Optifine exists is to be a performance-enhancing mod. And you probably couldn't run shaders on Bedrock Edition the same way anyway, so that's the other thing people use Optifine for. That and, like, the zoom key, but hey. You can't have everything. What I'm building right now, I'm not building anything, I'm flying. Later on I will build a tavern, but that is probably not going to happen on this stream. We might sketch out a couple of ideas for it in creative, maybe, but I'm not going to be building it on this, the world quite yet. Would it be a bad decision for Mojang to add auto-crafters? They would have to be relatively limited, in my opinion, for them to be a viable thing to have in vanilla. I think it would not necessarily be a bad thing, but it would change the landscape of the game in a big way. In a similar way to the invention of elytra or shulker boxes, or... what's another thing that's kind of been huge for the game lately? Like hoppers. Maybe. Alright guys, keep your eyes peeled. We are out here to find some foxes. We got leads, we got boats, we got berries. We are kitted out right here. Immortal Unicron, can't stay, just want to pop on and say congrats on the partnership. Hey, thank you. Thank you so much. Hope you'll be able to catch a stream another time. And I hope you have a great day. Why do Pixaros and Azuma have to stream at the same time? Well, there are only so many hours in the day, and we're both British, so we probably occupy the same hours quite frequently. Have I ever had a Minecraft-based dream? I don't think so. Which is surprising considering how much I play Minecraft and how much of my waking life is dedicated to this weird game. But I think because I do so much normal thinking about Minecraft, my brain doesn't need to think about Minecraft when it's resting. So no, I don't think I've ever had a Minecraft dream. How do you get a fox? You visit a taiga biome or a cold taiga biome in Minecraft 1.14. If you're on Bedrock, currently you don't, because they've not been added to that version of the game yet. And if you want to have them trust you, you feed them berries. You can put them on a lead, but they are very timid. They will run away in the same way that ocelots do in jungles, so you probably need to be kind of careful how you catch them. Do I have kids? No, I don't have kids. After a day of grinding, you finally have a mending book villager. GG, Carol. Great work. Enjoy that villager. Keep them safe. Oh. It's attacking the rabbit. But it's a fox. Oh gosh, the pounce. You're murderous and we will befriend you. Alright. Sweet berries, leads. Let's do a pounce of our own. Let's also get a boat ready too. The snow foxes. So adorable. Look at them under the tree. My favorites. Alright. We got to take this steady. We don't want to go rushing in there. Don't want to spook him. See how quickly that thing turned up as well? Choice. I like. Hi, friend. How you doing? You want some berries? Some sweet, sweet berries? Chomp. I got you, fam. Hup. Nailed it. Great work, chat. Great work. You were quiet. Just the way I wanted you. Aw. Friendo. It's okay. We'll row you out here. And you got some rabbit to chew on. That's all good. Look at this adorable little thing. It's got the rabbit hiding in its mouth. It's like, oh, what? Nailed it. All right. You just want passive mobs for the desert. Ostriches or meerkats. No, ostriches were coming to the savannah. Meerkats were coming to the desert, weren't they? I need ostriches, though. Ostriches are my... They're one of my favorite animals just because they just look so inherently funny. If I see a video of an ostrich running, I will giggle at that thing for days. Ostrich running videos are my jam. Ostrich jockey. If we could have rideable ostriches in this game, I would probably never be able to make another video again because I would just be running around on an ostrich, giggling like a maniac. Want to make an ostrich racetrack if we can ride them? Oh, that'd be so good. Can you imagine having a stable, having like a skeleton horse, a pig, and an ostrich, and being like, choose your fighter? Can you imagine? It's going to be so good. I really hope ostriches are rideable. We need more rideable stuff anyway, especially after they made Ravagers, and then they were like, you can't ride them. They're exclusively hostile. I'm like, guys. Hey, Velabella, good to see you. Saturday was very empty without you. Yeah, I know. I mean, not like I'm taking you for granted or anything, but like, it's weird when people ask me, like, where have I gone? I'm like, it's Saturday. I do other stuff on Saturdays. I had a comment on my YouTube video from the other day that was like, have you stopped making this series? I'm like, it's been 2 days. What do you think I do? Produce content production machine. Give him a couple of kicks, he stopped working. Ostrich, the real life chocobo. Heck, yes. Can we ride Ravagers soon? I don't think that is likely to be a possibility. Although, it might be done with a data pack. I imagine people have made rideable Ravagers with a data pack. Blood in the streets. I just realized I have not brought a bed. And it is going to be nighttime soon. This displeases me. Let's see if we can find a village and steal a bed. Oh! That was easy! It's as if Minecraft was like, yep, you've got the reality stone now. Although this doesn't seem to have any beds, so... Nope, no beds here either. This one's occupied. That is not a bed, that is a table. I could sleep on the table, but... the game won't let me. Oh, perfect. Door was even open. Miracle Village! It's the village of the damned! Oh, who are you? Armorer. I like your style, my friend. I think these are some of my favorite outfits. I like the little the little bobbles, the earmuffs. Like they're all wearing a toque, a stylish toque. And I like the fact that the mask he's wearing and the pixels of his hat make it look like he just has this weird, like, second set of eyes on his head. Hey, friend. To arms! The unholy ones approach! Peace. Why llamas instead of alpacas? I mean, they can basically be the same thing. Alpacas just have more wool, right? Hit the iron golem? I'm good, thanks. I like staying alive. Discover that you can enchant shears with efficiency. You can! A good discovery. A worthy discovery. Today you work more on a guardian farm. Sounds good. Sounds good. Good luck with that. You teach those laserfish what for. Llamas have more wool. Do they? I thought alpacas were just like woolly llamas. I understand they are different animals. But... I think maybe that's been ruined for me by that one Austin Powers movie where the guys all like, you know, in your absence, we've taken up industry with alpacas or wool-bearing llamas. You're not a fox. You're very good, but you're not a fox. All four of you are not foxes. Wow, there's so many wolves here. Alpacas are much bigger than llamas? Okay. See, I'm learning now. I'm learning animal things. What kind of laptop do I travel with? I have a MacBook Pro. The puppers! I have a few of them back at my farm already. I don't need more right now. This one, though. You will be my friend. You'll be my friend and you'll not leap at any of the chickens. What level are we at right now? 66. Okay, cool. As long as we're above sea level, that's fine. We will row in the snow together. It's like, what? What? What's going on? Chickens. It's like that dog from Up. Squirrel! More like a MacBook noob. Oh, get owned, son! Sick burn. Shovel? Good work. Squirrels in Minecraft, please. Different dogs in Minecraft. Like, how cool would it be if you had the dog from Up? I don't know what kind of breed that dog is, but it'd be a good friend. Hey, Grady. What do I recommend to start a village? Cure zombie villages. Instant discounts. Build a wall to stop the zombies. Or trap the villagers in their houses, I guess. Why are there no desert foxes in Minecraft? Because they're probably going to add them in a future update. Why are there no brown bears in Minecraft either? Same thing. Give us mountain grizzlies, please. Add some flavor to the mountains. Oh, this is going to be great. There's going to be one section here where we can go super fast for like a fraction of a second. And then we're done. Great work. Or black bears. As long as they can eat kayaks, then that's the most important part. Is it possible to breed the normal fox with the tundra fox? I believe so, which is why I'm settling for just one regular fox for now. Shiba Inus would be so cool. Any breed of dog would make everybody very happy. Wish there were beavers so you could farm wood. Automating wood farms with beavers. That's next level thinking right there. That is next level thinking. Oh yes. I would absolutely build some sort of beaver dam. The answer to all my prayers. It's a river. A frozen river. Villabella, thank you so much for the 100 pride bits. You vote for otters? That sounds like a strange political decision, Fry, but I respect it. Is that kind of in Crazy Craft? Yeah, I gather there's various things have been implemented in various packs. Like Mo Creatures has a ton of stuff. Whee! Now, question is, does this lead to the sea? If not, I've made a terrible mistake. What enchantments are on my shovel? All of the ones that count. All the good ones. Dang it. This did not go well. Why do rivers not go to the sea? That is literally what rivers do in real life. Can't even see the sea from here. Well, maybe if we get over there. Alright, Foxy, we're going on an adventure, you and I. Leave the boat. Come with me. Come with me now on a journey through time and space. Bane of Arthropods shovel. Yep. Imagine hitting spiders with a shovel. Pang! Just straight over the face. Hit you in all 8 of your eyes at once. Sir or madam. Probably madam if it's a spider, let's be real. My dude. Join me in the boat. Ah! Or just go down this hole. Fine. You do you. I respect your decision, but also get in the boat, please. Hey, we did. We did it. Okay. Just cramming foxes into boats all of this stream. Hey, Cosmic, how you doing? Welcome. We're just going to be leaving a trail of boats. And you will know us by the trail of boats. Oh no! He's sliding. Had a little bit of momentum there. Let's at least reclaim that one. What should you do with old villages in your new 1.14 world? Whoa! Easy now. What you should do with villages? Probably keep them. Turn them into a sort of museum exhibit of sorts. Oh, this is so fast. So fast now. We're drifting. Tokyo Drift. Whoa! And sploosh. We're good. Knitted Jen, your husband, 6-year-old, and yourself watch the survival guide together after supper each night. Wow, that sounds like a lovely family routine. Really appreciate you keeping the channel family friendly. We've learned a ton. Hey, you're most welcome, and thank you so much for stopping by the stream. It means a lot. Open water, yes, huzzah, we've done it. Tomto? Look, the dolphin, the dolphin. Celebrating the fact that we have a new friend. The fact the fox breaks the lead when he finds a boat and gets out of the boat when you lead him suggests what someone said earlier about being able to lead animals in boats might not be accurate. Yeah. Apparently, if you have a boat and you can lead another boat, then maybe that works, but I think it's a bedrock thing. I think it doesn't work in Java. I'm willing to be proved wrong, but right now I'm more concerned with just getting this fella back home. Look at his adorable face. It's kind of smushed into my back right now, but I'm really hoping that we can breed these with the regular foxes. The fox eye. How do you domesticate a fox? Feed it sweet berries, and it will trust you a little bit. And then if you breed 2 foxes together, the offspring will trust you. How close am I to the last achievement? Very, very far away. Because that's the one where you have to get all of the status effects in the game. Ray's Works put out a really good video about that, by the way. If you don't know who Ray is, go to his YouTube channel, youtube.com/raysworks, RAYSWORKS, and he's another technical guy on the same sort of like caliber as folks like Ilmango and Nembon, and he has put together like a spreadsheet of how long each effect lasts for and how easy it is to get certain things and how you get certain effects in survival. And he demonstrates a machine that you can build that basically allows you to get all of the effects in a specific order. And it's very clever and is the work that I would have to do if I wanted to do it in the Minecraft Survival Guide series as well. So it's super worth checking out if you want to see exactly how that is done. He's doing it in particular, he was saying, because people speedrun getting that advancement, and that's a very difficult thing to do. Because especially if you're starting with a random seed, you don't know where certain things are, so it can take quite a while. But it also involves, like, getting a shulker and wither roses, which means fighting the wither, and, like, there's so many other different components to it. If you're just doing it in a regular survival world, it is still very possible, but is also pretty difficult to achieve. See you later, Hot Dish. Have yourself a great day. How do you get wither roses? You have to have the wither kill a mob. Any mob will do, as far as I can tell. I spawned a bunch of chickens. I don't know if baby animals work, because baby animals don't typically drop anything. But effectively, yeah, if you have the wither kill something for you, then... Oh, look at that. The beacon into the night sky. Yeah, if the wither kills something, then it will drop a wither rose now in 1.14. So I think this guy's going to be okay out here. I think if we leave him in the boat, he will be fine. Passive mobs don't despawn, so this fox should be okay. And I need to go and make it daytime. Don't even understand how you begin to almost come close to doing all of that. Yeah, it's a pretty complicated process. And I've laid the foundation for it by doing the one advancement you have to do to get, like, all of the potion effects at once. Which is, I think, there's like 15 of them or something like that. There's a lot of different potions. But in How Do We Get Here, there are like 12 or 13 extra status effects that it's not possible to get through potions. You can get them through beacons, golden apples, suspicious stew, wither roses. You have to have an elder guardian nearby. There's so much stuff. It all takes a lot of preparation. Just leave him in the middle of a lake, he'll be fine. He'll be fine. Get me some more fireworks. Can't believe I need more fireworks already. I'm pretty low on gunpowder. Probably means a creeper farm is coming up this week. Chosen Architect gifted me a sub to you the other day and you were at summer camp all week. Ah, there you go. Enjoy your sub, Tuna Fishy Boy. I hope you got to thank Chosen for the gifted sub. Thought the zombie was wearing a dress. Hey, that zombie can wear a dress if it wants to. Now, where are we at with the fox now? I'm pretty sure it was over here. Yeah, there he is. Friendo! So adorable. Look at that face. Look at that adorable face. The boat, yeah. I'm very proud of the junk boats. I'm going to turn up the friendly creature sounds just because the foxes make those little squeak noises, which are, as I've said before, much more adorable than the foxes in real life. But I like these sound effects. Right. Let's try and avoid the chickens then. Which is going to be difficult around here, but we'll try. Getting excited over how cute foxes are is my aesthetic. I'm pretty sure when I commission all of these new emotes from Joel, one of them is going to be a fox. Because I have foxes in my back garden. They're in Minecraft now. It kind of seems like a good fit, you know? I don't have any pets. I don't have any animals, like, in the house. So it kind of feels like foxes would be a good shout. Lady Miko-chan, thank you so much for the Twitch Prime sub. Getting in the door early before we even have the fox emotes. Welcome to the Pixels. Great to have you on board. Thank you so much for the Twitch Prime sub. I have foxes in my back garden. Yeah, they kind of visit somewhat regularly. Hunter, thank you for the host. Yeah, we have red foxes. Vulpus vulpus. Hanging out in our garden. There are 3 of them, as far as we've seen. Which we call half tail, full tail, and scrappy tail because of how their different tails look. There is a fox park in Japan. You should recreate it in Minecraft. Does it involve this much leaping? Leaping boy, come over here. He's going after the chickens. Cute, but they sound horrifying is pretty much the fox aesthetic, yes. Luckily, cats and foxes don't seem to bother each other, which is good because I have a cat cafe. Am I married? Yes. Been married for 8 years, give or take. He is moonwalking a little bit, yeah. And of course now, he is running away. Here you go. Come and hang out with your friends. Yes. I love this so much. Freaking adorable. And now, see if these two want to make a tiny... Oh! It's so cute! You, my friend. MVP. It's hiding in the mom's tail. Precious. Ah. Tiny Arctic foxes. So good. So good. Okay. So that's that task done. 2 hours. Solid handful of foxes right there. Curling up under the tree. Just look at that little guy. I could literally just spend the rest of the stream watching these, by the way. Not going to be so cute when it becomes a teen, I know, and it starts, like, getting all moody and stuff. Sad music to some cute foxes. Okay, we need to fix that. We need to fix that. Where is it? This is the stream now. Andrew, thank you so much for the Twitch Prime sub. Alright, that'll do. We'll come back to that concept later. Yeah, this is my next YouTube upload. Minecraft Survival Guide, episode 100 and... I think it's 169. Nice. Is going to be just video of foxes. Geese Feathers, thank you for the host. Great name. Geese Feathers. Just saying the word geese every now and again is a joy. Foxel Riffs. Yeah, no, we... that's why we need an emote. Give it a fire aspect sword. I do plan on potentially building a fox-based chicken farm at some point, yes. The Vixen with 700 bits. I don't mind watching foxes for the rest of the stream. I could never have guessed from the name. But, yeah, I imagine we will probably do a little bit more with these foxes. I might head back over to the skeleton spawner and get some more bones. I need bone blocks, and I need bone meal, and that seemed to be a pretty good way of getting them. So as long as you guys are cool with that, we can chat some more. Idea for chicken dispenser for foxes. Use the same idea like in a chicken cooker, but flowing water instead of lava, and the rest of the slime box stuff is on you. I think Doc M had a really good design for a fox-based chicken farm on one of his Hermitcraft videos recently, so I might take my cues from him. We will see. Since this is a chicken farm, is it chicken-based? Good question. Is it based or basted? Hey Aaron, yes. Yes, I got partnered. You might be able to see the check mark above the stream. That means partnership. And also the title says now partnered. So you're very astute in your observations. But yeah, no, we got partnered on Friday. Very excited about that still. We have a lot of emotes on the way. I thought about building a statue of my Minecraft player skin. I have thought about it, but I decided against it because I feel like it feels a little bit too vain and self-aggrandizing, which is not really what I'm into. A sheep farm with dogs. I guess so. I guess so. While we're here and while we're relatively safe, I am going to take a short break to refill my cup of tea, so that we can all have more space tea together. Don't go anywhere. We'll be resuming the stream in just a few minutes' time. This room is so warm now. Going downstairs is so refreshing, and then I come back up here and I'm like, oh god, it's so hot. The office just radiates heat. I think it's mostly... Yeah, computer's a little warm. Sometimes I think we need a you must be this old to watch without supervision. Occasionally. But I think parents watching Twitch with their kids should probably know to supervise stuff anyway. What happens after partnership? You mean as a result of partnership, or just like, is there a stage beyond partnership? Because there's not. Results. There we go. Yeah, partnership gets me priority transcodes, which means I get quality settings on all of my streams and can stream in 1080p without people not being able to watch because of their relatively slow internet. I get emotes that scale based on how many subscribers I have. So right now we've unlocked 18 emotes where I had 5 before. So I still need to get some designs actually done for those, but that's in the works. I get a checkmark, verification checkmark. There's a couple of other things, but those are the main things that matter to you guys, really. The next stage is become Jeff Bezos, I guess so, yeah. Let's burn some more bows. If it's Jeff Bezos, the next step is the moon. I've checked my general mob farm for bones. Yeah, I've cleaned it out a couple of times, and it doesn't do anything unless I'm AFKing near it. So there will probably not be a great many of them there. And I could go and AFK them at that, but it would basically be the same thing as this, just with less actual player interaction. And slightly more chance of being blown up as well, because occasionally stuff lands on the obsidian ring that I've decided to keep there because I'm an idiot and it looks like a balloon. What am I doing? Currently, I'm farming skeletons. Bits for Foxhole Roofs. Thank you, Velabella, for the bits. Yeah, I'm looking forward to building a tavern, which I'm pretty sure is going to be called the Fox's Head, just because I feel like that's a tavern-y name. I kind of want to build a giant fox head thing on top of it. I don't know quite what that's going to look like yet, which is why I want to do it in creative. Where can you find string without webs? If you fight spiders, that's good. You can find string as tripwire in jungle temples. I don't know if there's many other places string occurs naturally, but fighting spiders is the usual way. Fox and Hounds. That's the thing. I don't want it to be like... Because Fox and Hounds is... It's about fox hunting, right? So, like, the idea is that the hounds are chasing the fox. And I want it to be friendly to foxes because we will have foxes there. Oh, somebody mentioned Hermitcraft. Everybody drink. Am I from Manchester? I am not, no. Hermitcraft drinking game is my favourite. Gonna have to remove that command. What command? The drinking game one? No, I think people can be fine with it as long as it's lock it down for mods only. Maybe, yeah. I could probably do that now. As long as people know it's drinks of all kinds. Not necessarily promoting you drinking an alcoholic thing if you don't want to. There we go. Done. Do I want to be in Hermitcraft? I don't really care. People keep mentioning Hermitcraft. I'll need to go to the bathroom soon from too much tea. I feel it's a spiritual drinking game as well, not like an actual drinking game. It's the equivalent of me saying, "Everybody roll your eyes." Do I want to meet Mumbo Jumbo? I've already met him. Nice dude. Why am I hunting for foxes? I want to incorporate them into a build in my town. I also just want to spend more time around foxes because I don't build in a taiga biome. Like, I don't have any builds in a taiga biome, so I don't see them all that much. And when you are in a taiga biome, they also try and run away from you a lot. So I think we're missing out on 1.14 content. I want it around a little bit more in the same way that I can have, like, the new blocks around and stuff like that. So I decided that I would probably actually bring some foxes back to my town and have them be part of the local wildlife as much as possible. Really don't like snowy biomes. Building there is always a pain because of the snowfall. So if that's your beef with snow biomes, I kind of agree. But you just got to build with that in mind. Personally, when we go out to a snow biome and actually do a build, I'm going to do a ski lodge, and so it kind of makes sense for snowfall to be a thing there. But yeah, it's kind of a shame that your builds tend to get covered with it if you're allowing weather stuff to happen. A lot of people were concerned that my map art was going to get covered in snow, and I said to them, for a start, we're locking the map, but also I'm sleeping there all the time so we don't get mob spawns, and in that case, snow doesn't fall because the weather cycle just resets constantly. Oh, show the mug so your mum can see it here. It's probably better if I move around a little bit as well so you can get the full effect, but yes, this is this is the space mug. How you doing, Kay? You alright? Can use foxes for a bone meal farm. If you make them harvest berries, then hook it up to a composter. Yeah, that's a good idea. I mean, the sweet berry farm idea is a good one to begin with, and I've also seen, I've mentioned a couple of times on the stream already, but for folks who are just coming in, I've seen various people do chicken farms with foxes and like a fire aspect sword, because if you hook up a hopper minecart underneath a fox, then you might be able to have them attack the chicken, and the chicken gets collected before the fox can pick it up themselves. She laughed and says she likes the mug. I like the mug too. Is this skeleton farm on YouTube? Yeah, if you go to... there's a couple of episodes where I do it, I think. Maybe it's a two-parter. But yeah, it's a double spider and skeleton farm. I just have the spiders turned off right now because they're good for XP and I guess string, but I don't need either of those right now. I'm mainly here for bones. But yeah, you'll find it on YouTube. It's on the Minecraft Survival Guide somewhere around episode 60, I think, but I can't remember exactly. Did I see PewDiePie's Minecraft video? I saw he had done one. I don't care. Really? If you have fire aspect on your sword. I mean, yeah, they cook chicken. Yeah. Have you ever seen a bear with a magenta nose? Thank you guys so much for the follows as well. I don't tend to acknowledge those as much anymore, which I feel bad about, but also I get a whole bunch of them, so I don't have follower like notifications up as much. But we're almost at 11,500, which is huge considering we were at like 10,000 a week or two ago, maybe. That's pretty great, guys. If you ever drink Baileys from a shoe? You don't like the fire aspect on melee weapons? Yeah, I'm not a big fan either. It messes with Enderman for me. Enderman just becomes super unpredictable when you're using fire aspect. They teleport around way more than they normally do. I don't like that. It's fine if you've got it for like a cow farm or something like that and you're just picking it up for that, but I fight Enderman frequently enough lately that fire aspect would just be a nightmare. Jay, that is also assuming I'm going to have grandchildren. And also in a few years is kind of a an understatement. Hey Bimol, how are you? Good to see him in the the Qubit stream yesterday. Yeah. I like to browse Twitch occasionally and find some folks who are streaming Minecraft who I've not really heard of. And especially if people are new to the game as well, like it's super fun to hang out in somebody's stream when they're learning Minecraft because they just don't know what everything is and it's like all new and exciting to them. And sometimes, like, I try not to backseat game or anything, but sometimes you can offer helpful hints and stuff like that. And yeah, no, Qubit's stream was fun the other day. I feel like if I ever have kids, they're going to grow up with this, not even like me having this as a profession, but other people having a profession. Like I hear all the time about how kids aspire to be YouTube creators now as a profession. So it would not. I doubt if I had grandkids that they would be at all surprised that this was one of the things I did. Why at the skeleton farm? Bones. Why else? Bones and occasional gold nuggets. It's the slowest gold farm you'll ever try. What do I do other than Minecraft? Eat and sleep. No, for real. I have a part-time job right now, where I make tutorial videos for a software company. I stream Minecraft, I play Minecraft, I do the Hermitcraft recap, I make a podcast about Minecraft, and my green screen falls on me. That's the other thing that happens. What are you doing? I think I'm okay. Stay, beast. We alright? We good? Yeah? No weird holes in the illusion? Didn't know about the podcast? Ah, the podcast is fun. We talk about Minecraft every Monday. It is called The Spawn Chunks. You can find it at thespawnchunks.com or wherever podcasts are available. The Spawn Chunks as in, like, the region of Minecraft where you first spawn in. Yeah, me and my buddy Joel talk about Minecraft every week. Joel is also the guy who's doing a lot of the art for my Twitch channel, including the emotes and sub badges and stuff. And is a very talented artist and illustrator, but also a veteran podcaster. So it's a pleasure to talk to him every week. He also streams here on Twitch if you want to check him out there. Smooth save. I try. I do my best, Nonna. I do my best. Thank you for the 100 bits. I do have my flint and steel here. I might just burn some of this. The bows, specifically. The bows and not the bones. It's an important distinction to make. And before I'm just throwing all of this over the fire and it's landing on the block behind. No, we're good. Okay, great. Yeah, I really don't need the arrows. At some point I'll make a bunch of spectral arrows, but I need to start a witch farm for that, really. The mug is green! The mug is green. Correct. Can I paint a wall green, or do you need a green screen? You can paint a wall green as long as it's the right color of green. Like, chroma key green is quite a saturated green color. It has to be strong enough for you to be able to key out just that color and not have it bleed into other colors. Like, if you look at, say, a color picker on a computer or a color wheel kind of thing, then colors tend to blend together in ways that you're not used to thinking about unless you're an artist or somebody who works with color stuff on a regular basis. So, like, there is a shade of green that contains tones of blue, and if it was to be, like, a more bluish green on the wall behind me, then this t-shirt would start to have, like, patchy sections of it that would chroma out. And, yeah, it's possible to have a very bright green wall in your room, but not everybody wants that. So the alternative to that is buying a green screen. Did I ever finish the grass project in the end? I mean, finished is a strong word. I did a lot more to it. And eventually I will probably build a wall out there and start a pillager raid, yeah. But I have not finished it yet as such. Can't wait to see a witch farm. Never made one and curious about them. I've never made one either. So a lot of research is going to have to go into exactly how they work. I have seen them done before, but obviously, like, you can see something done and it's magical and it works first time because the person has put, like, 40 hours into building it. In Minecraft projects are never finished. Yeah, I can't remember who it was the other day they left a quote in chat that said something like, art is never finished, it's only abandoned. And I feel like that is kind of the case with Minecraft projects in a lot of ways. I expect the same is true of a lot of people's Minecraft series as well. Have I ever worn a green shirt on stream? I have a kind of muddy green shirt that's kind of a brownish green that I've worn, and it hasn't chromed out because this is such a solid, like, color that it's normally okay. But yeah, I don't have, like, a bright green shirt. I do have a green, like, full body suit that my buddies Loy, who I do the Hermitcraft recap with, who also bought me the green screen suit as well as a joke, but I haven't exactly decided when I'm going to wear that, so not certain. Probably going to lose a bit of weight first. The witch farms need all that space. If you're talking about, like, Mumbo's witch farm, where it has the giant perimeter, technically, no. The idea is to create a spawn-proof environment, much like any farm that requires, like, the space inside the farm to be the only place mobs can spawn. Effectively, you could do the same thing by flooding the surrounding terrain out with water so that hostile mobs don't just spawn in water blocks. The witch farm I plan to build, the witch hut, is actually on the edge of an ocean, which makes it kind of ideal. In terms of Mumbo's witch farm, it's, yeah, he's built that giant perimeter partly just because it's impressive for the videos, but also so that all of the bedrock around it and stuff is either covered in lava or bedrock itself as a block is not spawnable. But yeah, they don't need all the space. All you just need to do is light up any caves in the area with a 128 block radius, ideally. Or you need to put an AFK spot above the farm so that you're not loading in any terrain which could potentially spawn mobs. The difficulty with that is at a certain distance, the witches themselves will despawn, so you have to calculate it quite precisely, or sometimes it's just easier to spawn-proof the rest of the environment. Because remember, mobs also have a chance to despawn once they get 32 blocks away from the player, so the sweet spot is 23 to 32 blocks away from the farm, but with nothing around you for 128 blocks that could spawn other mobs. It's a tricky business, which is why you find technical players putting in a lot of grind work and time and energy into building stuff like witch farms, because they are intensive and a lot of work. Tank Tom, thank you so much for the Twitch Prime sub. Enjoy your emotes. Welcome to the Pixels. You are 1 in a million, and I appreciate the supports. Hey, good morning, a little bit of everything. How many bones do I need? As many as I can get. There is not a fixed number I'm looking for, I just want some bones. I want to be able to build with bone blocks, and if I run out, I will just have to come back here and do the same thing. So I figured I might as well do it while we're on stream and I can chat to you guys. Because the rest of the time I've been very intensively getting foxes to follow me, which is fun and hopefully was entertaining, but means I can't really read the chat all that often because I'm too worried about whether or not the foxes are still following me. $108,548, which I'm sure spells something in Leet, but I don't know what that is. I'm like, Lobsab. Thank you so much for the Twitch Prime sub. Enjoy your emotes. Welcome to the Pixels. Appreciate the support. In Bedrock, there is AFK killing mechanism which gives XP. Good. We have those in Java as well. They're called wolves. More tea. It's a little bit strong, but I'm sure it'll be fine. Lob Sahab. Do I know IBX Toy Cat? I've heard of him. I've seen his videos around YouTube. I've not clicked on any of them. I gather he streams and stuff as well too, so I know of him, but nothing aside from that. Don't know him personally or anything. It was your school lunch number. You're not a number, you're a free man. Or person. Depends how you identify. Jimmy, my whole audio is very quiet today. Not sure there's much I can do about that. I can probably increase the microphone volume a little, but it's all showing up okay for me. Maybe the Twitch player is just quiet for you. Is there a project like Metro Transportation? In this world, I mean, like, underground minecart rail kind of situation? That'd be fun. It'd be a lot of work. Volume has been very balanced. Okay. That's probably good. Sound is a bit low today compared to the other day. Yeah, I have manual, like, faders over here, so sometimes I'll push them up, like, a couple of notches higher than other times, but as long as you guys can hear me all right, then that's fine. Volume is great for some people. Okay, good. Just installed AFK Trident Killer on one of your skeletons and drowned spawners. Got a stack of Nautilus shells and a double chest full of tridents. Good for you. Sounds good. I'm glad you have all those tridents. I'm looking forward to making a drowned farm. Drowned farms in Java Edition are very different. How long have I been playing Minecraft? Over 5 years. I started on the Xbox edition, though, so I probably did 6 months of that. And then my 5-year anniversary for playing PC Minecraft will be in November. So just a way to say I have a MacBook. For what? I miss what I said there. You're new to Minecraft, what is the point of levels? Okay, so when you gain XP in Minecraft, it all goes to that green bar at the bottom that has a number in it. Those are used for enchanting. So each time you enchant something in an enchantment table, it consumes experience levels. Oh, we got a sub from the Hot Dish! Thank you so much for subscribing. Enjoy your emotes. Welcome to the Pixels. Very glad to have you on board. Hey, you gotta spam that space tea. And you, I know, are authentically drinking from a green screen mug, so you you can use that emote liberally. Do I still play Xbox Minecraft sometimes? It's been a while. Anyway, I was explaining enchanting for somebody who asked. Yeah, if you have an enchantment table with at least 15 bookshelves around it, you can enchant with a power of up to level 30. So you have to have 30 levels in order for that enchantment to become available, but then in order to enchant an item, it takes 1, 2, or 3 levels, depending on how, like, what tier enchantment is in the enchantment table. It all makes a lot more sense if you're actually looking at the enchanting interface, which I don't have here right now. But experience itself can also be used to mend tools if your tools are enchanted with something called mending, which is not available from the enchantment table, but you can get it as a book from various places. So what mending does is, instead of directing the XP to your levels bar, any items you wear which have mending can consume the XP and repair their durability. If they've taken damage, if you've used the tools, then that allows them to effectively repair themselves, so you can use them infinitely instead of having them break. The thing about mending is that if you are wearing or holding multiple items that have mending, but some of them are fixed, it still tries to redirect XP to those items, and when it realizes they're repaired, it redirects the XP to your levels bar again. So if you want to mend just one thing, then you need to take off all of your other items that have mending in order to do that. I hope that makes sense. Where do you get mending if not from the enchantment table? It's a treasure enchantment, which means you can find it either by trading with librarian villagers, you can find it as rare loot in dungeon chests, or you can get it from fishing. And that is the reason a lot of people set up a fishing farm very early in the game, because you can fish up enchanted books with a fishing rod, and a lot of the time people will set up a machine that lets them do that infinitely and leave that on overnight, and then when they wake up in the morning they've got tons and tons of books, some of which will have mending. Personally, my favourite way is using villagers, because villagers are quite easy to manipulate in the latest update, and it means you can get it as a reliable trade. But that also requires you to trade a bunch with villagers and get emeralds to trade with them for the books. That kind of thing. Villagers require a bit more infrastructure than an AFK fish farm, which is... I'm not sure if it changed recently, but at the last count was just made out of, like, a fence, some water, and an iron trapdoor. They don't take much. Let me grab some of these bows and start burning them again. Did I build the End Halo Dragon thing this week? I did, Mr. Badgerseth. I did. That's coming out tomorrow, in tomorrow's video. There's a really great cinematic at the end as well, so stick around for that. I hope you guys will enjoy that episode. The village method is more reliable. Yeah, I think it probably is. In the long term, definitely. And also it involves less standing around AFK. Like, I don't really like AFK farms in general, because I don't want to just leave my computer on while I'm doing stuff. A lot of the time I use my computer for other things, and so leaving Minecraft on in the background is kind of irritating. Yes, thank you, Replay Mod. Thank you, Replay Mod. I am not the only person who is super excited to have Replay Mod back. I've seen a bunch of other people use it already. LDCM, thank you so much for stopping by the stream today. I hope you have a great day. You've had a lot to drink because trauma films are bad. Oh gosh, Kuro. Oh dear. Have you been drinking along with Achievement Hunter again? Replay Mod Decker Sniper is basically, if you think of like the director's mode from GTA or any of those games that have a way of recording your gameplay as you play, and then you can go back and change camera angles and stuff. It's basically that. It's something that was originally started as a mod called Camera Studio, I think, but has recently been adapted into the replay mod. It's made by Johnny and Crushed Pixel, I think are the guys' names. And yeah, they are modders who have effectively made this kind of cinematic camera mode available to folks who want to record their gameplay and then play it back. And it's not fixed to the player or a camera account or anything, so it's super handy. It makes for very good cinematic sequences. How's it going, Icy? Thank you so much for the 20 bits. It's going very well for me, thank you. I was watching the latest episode of Theatre Mode. Halfway through, you ran out of beer, so... Ah, okay. Yeah, you've you've gone down the Jack and Coke route after that. I see. Yes, drink responsibly. Good advice. Good advice. Very carefully throwing some arrows into a fire. What am I farming bones for? Turning them into bone blocks, because I want to build with them. And 3 bones makes 1 block, so it typically means if you have, like, that is going to be 2 stacks of blocks, in theory. Have I found fossils? I have not found fossils in this world. I know where a couple of them are because some people have been playing in the same seed and given me the coordinates for them. But it is impossible to find fossils intentionally. You have to stumble upon them by accident. So I have not really gone looking for them. Vania Luca, gotta leave now. Have a good rest of the stream. Thank you so much for being here. Hope you have a good day. How long have I been playing Minecraft? About 2 hours and 40 minutes. Are they the rarest structure? No. I don't think so. But, they're just the most difficult to find if you're going looking for them. I imagine you might be able to look them up on some kind of mapping tool, like Chunk Base, because they are generated based on the world seed, but it's still like, I don't know where to find them. They're not on any of the mapping tools that I typically tend to use. Hey, Miss Dirty Bird, welcome along. I am having a good day. How's your day? You can put lava in a cauldron and it can be a trash can. I don't think you can put lava in cauldrons on Java Edition. I think that's a Bedrock only thing. Because you guys can do other stuff with cauldrons, like putting potions in them and stuff. Doesn't work on Java. What's the best enchantment, in my opinion? Mending, hands down. Mending has changed the way we play, because we no longer need to consume diamonds every time we want to repair stuff. And, like, tools and stuff which would otherwise be eventually run out of the potential to repair them can just be used infinitely. I've only ever had 2 full sets of diamond tools in this game, one of which I lost to a charged creeper explosion, but in theory could have kept me going forever. Do I prefer bow or new crossbows? I have a bow in my inventory. I do not have a crossbow. That probably answers your question. Bus McGustablus. What an incredible name. Thank you so much for the 50 bits. Buy yourself something nice with these 50 bits. I will buy 3 Freddos, probably. That sounds like something I would do. Day is just starting off with a cup of tea. That sounds like an excellent way to start the day, and I thoroughly approve. What mapping tools do I use? I have lately just been using Mine Atlas, which was last updated around the time of Minecraft 1.8, I think. So a lot of the stuff in it is no longer really accurate, but I find that where it counts, it is. So I typically use it just as a biome overviewer to get a general idea of where biomes are in my world. I don't care that much about the structures and stuff. I should use Amidst, that is true. At the time I really needed it. Amidst wasn't updated to the latest version, so I just kept using Mine Atlas anyway. Personally, I prefer browser-based stuff than stuff that I have to install on my computer. I don't know why, it's just a thing. Like, installing too much community-made stuff on my computer makes me slightly twitchy. I'm just overly cautious about that stuff, I guess. Well, didn't leave myself a bow to burn, so... You don't have to install it, it's just an executable. Okay, so you just, like, run it from the zip file or whatever, maybe. I don't know. Mine Atlas isn't updated either. I know, but then, yeah, why use one and not the other just because neither of them have updated, you know? Do I ever play with other people on this world? Technically no, because it's a single-player world. I did give a copy of the world to Python GB so that we could film a tour of the world together. So we have done that, but... No, this is a single-player world the rest of the time, and typically I do not have guests. Like to post the schedule for SGDQ? Go for it, yeah. I will be watching SGDQ where I can, because it's always a super cool event, and it's, of course, for a good cause. I'm pretty sure, once again, they're raising money for Doctors Without Borders, and if you've never checked out a speedrunning event... If you look at the schedule and see a game that you're like, how are they going to complete that in the fastest time possible? Check it out. I really like GDQ season. It's always a good time. A few of the speedrunners I follow are there this year, so... Worth a look. Worth a look. No! Not the I don't want the spiders. Dang it. I've spawned some spiders now. Doctors Without Borders, as in, like, people trying to attack their ship? Yeah. Yeah, I need to check at the schedule. I haven't seen what's going on yet. I need to see when Punchy's doing anything. Do I like to watch other streamers? Yeah. Yeah, I try and dip into other people's streams where I can. There's a few people that I watch regularly and a few people I will keep half an eye on. See you later, Decker. Thank you so much for stopping by the stream today. Where are the foxes? The foxes are back at Founder's Forge. They're back at the base, and I will take you there now because I am kind of done getting bones for the moment. There we go. Do you have David's tea in England? It's not something I've heard of, but I won't say we don't have it, because I imagine you can get a lot of stuff somewhere in England. Are Blaze Farms still broken? They're broken in the current version I'm playing on, but I don't play on pre-releases. In the latest pre-release, they are fixed. 4 portals because the design is meant to be symmetrical, and so whichever portal I enter, I can come through the portal to the castle. It's just... in theory, that room is going to be made up of, like, a very circular design, so it makes kind of sense. 20 bits from Bella Bella, thank you so much. And more bits for Foxhole Rifts, yes. The foxes are probably still chilling over there, we hope. What's wrong with blazes is that right now they can see through transparent blocks, which means my blaze farm is not safe for me to use without them all getting aggressive. And once blazes get aggressive, they start shooting fire everywhere, which means that they lower the spawn rates inside the spawner, because they've lit it up, effectively. But also they tend to fly upwards, and that means the killing mechanism I use doesn't work, because they literally just fall into a hole, and then I attack them. Okay, we now have, like, 5 stacks of bone blocks, give or take. 4.5. That's good enough. I think that will be good enough. David's Tea is a tea chain in Canada and the US. As in, like, a tea manufacturer, or as a tea... like a tea room. Like a cafe. Because I don't think we have those, but you never know. There might be one in London. I feel like a lot of the time when international places open up a spot in the UK, like, I imagine there is probably a Tim Hortons in London somewhere. London had the first Taco Bell locations in the UK. Like, you build stuff in London if you want to get any kind of foothold in the UK market, because it's where everybody is. Like a store in the mall type chain. Oh, interesting. Like a tea shop in the sense that they sell like loose leaf tea and bags and stuff. Okay, we're going back to this. This is the content you came here for. Okay. I just wanted to do that again. They're just so adorable. I can't see the little white fox and not just imagine that song in my head. Hi, friend. The friendos. Look at them. So cute. Anyway, yes, that's a white fox. There are tundra foxes. And yes, they are snoring. Hang on. That's so cute. That is also the loudest I've ever turned up anything in Minecraft. I always have everything like below 50% most of the time. Yes, it is very helpful that I now know leads are persistent in 1.14. I was just so used to that not being a thing. Also, this chicken is hiding itself pretty well from all of these foxes, let me tell you. Stay safe, friend. Need help with that? It had a dirt block in its mouth. Yeah, they picked that stuff up on the way over. Foxes are coming to Bedrock, Marquetta. They're going to just be in the next update, I think. Green has infected me. Why? Because I'm playing Cat. It's a music disc. Everybody has it. It's just the most happy sounding thing on the whole Minecraft soundtrack, which is, generally speaking, kind of like a ethereal and melancholy sounding soundtrack. It's just the automatic happy record. Give an iron nugget to a fox and see if it looks like it's sticking its tongue out. It might do, actually. I could give them, like, some mutton or something, and that'd be quite funny. Style is good, but style is like, it's not happy so much as it is like it's a sneaky kind of jazzy record. How do you get music discs? You kill creepers with skeletons. It's weird, but there's a very easy way to do it. And also you can get 2 different records from loot chests from dungeons, but you only ever get Cat or 13. I am excited for meerkats. I want to know if we're going to get meerkats soon, because they're having another biome vote at the next Minecon, and I'm confused because I want Savannah and Desert to happen. But yeah, over there I have a record farm. It's got a skeleton in it. Would they just eat it? I don't know, because do they eat all meats? I know they prefer chicken, but we had I think a fox ate like a rabbit earlier. Maybe it ate the rabbit and then just had the rabbit hide in its mouth. I forget. They just need to do them both at the same time. I would prefer that, because I want ostriches. They can eat chorus fruit. Do they teleport? If they eat chorus fruit, do they teleport? That would be so cool. Try it. Probably not with these foxes. They do? That would be cool. That would be so, so funny. Alright, I'm going to go into creative to test this, because I spent so long getting those foxes. Let's go the test world. and pop back through here. Where is Fox, please? Da-da-da. Enderman's Fox. There we go. Too much llama. There's never too much llama. Has subscribed with Twitch Prime. Thank you so much for subscribing. Enjoy your emotes. Welcome to the Pixels. You are 1 in a million. And I appreciate the support. Thank you. Hey, friend. Eat this. Munch it down. Do the thing. Use a lead on it. Oh! He did it! But of course I had the inventory open. That's so good. The amazing teleporting fox. I just got to follow this thing around until it... That's so cool. That is freaking precious. Precious and adorable. They use totems, yeah, but then for that I have to like attack them, and I don't want to attack one. They're too pure. Too pure for this world. While I'm here, let's take another quick look at our block palette while we're in the creative space. Because bone block is a thing, and I think birch logs is what we had as well. So we go like this. This is where we're at with Foxy builds. Strip birch looks good. I guess we could always keep the acacia as like a fence thing and not use the full planks, but I think the plank texture works in there somewhere. Working on a Fox Cafe. Effectively, yeah, the Fox Cafe is going to be more like a bar, but yeah. A yin-yang fox head, as in like half the Arctic one and half of the red one? Maybe. I feel like that might be quite difficult to pull off. If I was doing the Minecraft fox, maybe. I was thinking about making the fox look a little bit more, I don't know, realistic in a way. Back on my original single-player series, before I even joined Decidedly Vanilla, back in like my OG single-player series, I made a tavern that was called the Ram's Head, and I used sandstone to build like curly horns coming out of it. I kind of want to do a similar thing with this, except have it actually look like the head of an actual fox. I'm trying to figure out how that's going to be done. A pub named the Fox Den. Yeah! No, exactly. I was thinking the Fox's Head, but like the Fox Den sounds like a great... That actually sounds like a pub name. Whereas like when it's something's head, it's usually like the Queen's Head or something, right? You walk in on the tongue. I mean, like, I'm thinking more that it's a normal structure that's wearing like a giant fox hat, basically. Like one of those like animal hats that you can get. Not like it's wearing a fox skin, because it would be enormous, but like, unless your fox is like the one wolf boss from Dark Souls. But, yeah, what I'm thinking is more like, as though the entire building is wearing one of those kind of plush fox hats. But yeah, I had a pub called the Ram's Head, which had the curly horns on it. Grey just goes with everything, so we can probably put some andesite and stuff in there somewhere. The other opportunity was maybe sandstone, which might be closer to how orange the fox is. But I like the acacia better. It sort of more feels like a material that they might have. Because you could just stain oak or birch planks to get that, you know? Whereas there is no red sandstone anywhere near Founder's Forge. I think orange wool is just too bright. It just pops way too much. It needs to be subtle. What are we building? I'm trying out just a rough idea of what I want to do with the tavern bar type thing that I'm building in my town that's going to be based around foxes. Stripped acacia, I think the acacia plank is going to be a better call because we've already got stripped birch in here. And the acacia, when it's stripped, has these kind of, like, dirty looking almost, like, borders on it that I'm not so into. Orange terracotta, again, is not quite right for this. It's close. And maybe you could mix that in with the acacia planks a little bit in the same way I do stone and stone brick, you know? That could be feasible. I've got a lot of orange terracotta as well, so it's probably not a bad idea. How did I come up with the name Founder's Forge? I don't know, it just popped into my head one day. Acacia wood was the best, yeah. I think the terracotta can probably work as a mix of stuff, because if you look at how we use stone brick around Founder's Forge right now, we have walls that are mostly stone, but then you have like stone brick kind of bits popping in here and there to kind of give the illusion in that sort of 70-30 rule way that there is technically a wall of stone bricks there, but you just kind of use this to imply stone brick texture throughout the whole thing, because if it's all stone brick, this can work in some builds, but a lot of the time it just looks a little bit obviously repetitive, you know? It looks too perfect in a way. Whereas having stone mixed into it allows it to feel like there are sections of the wall that have been rubbed smooth by traffic or by people touching them, or it feels like there is a little bit more history to them in a weird way. Try not to get too checkerboardy with it, but can do stuff like that. And so with the acacia, we could potentially have it mostly be acacia and then have the terracotta be the occasional thing instead. We could potentially do it that way. Or the other way. We'll see. Go-Go-T, you don't normally watch Twitch streams, but wanted to thank you for the survival guide. It helped you get back into Minecraft since the last time you played was 1.8. I started playing in Minecraft 1.8, if you can believe that. So that's awesome. Glad you're getting back into the game. Hope you enjoy yourself. And thank you very much for stopping and checking by the stream today. Hello, Crazy Saxon. You watch me on YouTube, and now you watch me on Twitch too. Look at that. I kind of wonder if that would be better off as, like this, mostly the orange terracotta, and then with acacia as the accent block, but I still like the acacia more. And I think it could possibly work to only have it in occasional pillars like that and have the majority of it still be spruce wood, you know? Because spruce wood is obviously quite easy to get in large quantities. So we can maybe do all right with that. How does it look next to orange concrete? Orange concrete is going to be way brighter it's like this. Not so much. It's not muted enough. Be cool to integrate a bit of black. Yeah, I really wish there were options for black stairs and slabs. I feel like black concrete is probably going to be the only thing we can use to be like, this is Fox Nose. I have considered red sandstone. I tried smooth red sandstone, which is this guy. But I think the texture of that contrasts too much with the texture of the acacia, where the terracotta is a lot plainer. How about a bunch of carrots in item frames? Good talk. And so if we wanted to do a Minecraft fox face. Sonic the Hedgehog over here. Like, yeah, there's definitely some stuff you could do. Where's he gone? Just teleporting all over the place, I imagine. Has probably just wandered off into something. He's found his way into my sugarcane farm and is just eating all the sugar. I don't know. Might have walked into the cactus farm. R.I.P. The eyes look funny. Yeah, I think foxes... Do foxes have more focused eyes, or did they revert that and have... Oh yeah, they do have outward-facing eyes, but they also have the eyes that are on the side as well. So I'm using bone blocks here, but it's like this. And they have the... They have the eyes kind of facing outwards, like that. So from the front, they look derpy, but from the side, they look like they've actually got centered eyes. And that's how foxes' eyes work. They're on the sides of their head. It makes sense. They're so adorable. Yeah, I'm not actually planning on building a fox face that's like 5 blocks wide. You don't get it twisted. I'm just experimenting with materials and trying to figure out what we're going to do, how we're going to do this. I'm not planning on drawing the fox face as it is in Minecraft either. It's going to be realistic, or it's not going to be anything. This whole stream is just me fangirling over fox faces. Pretty much. That is my life. That is my Instagram account. Basically. Considering we have 3 foxes who live at the bottom of our garden, basically, I have a great many fox pictures. Yeah, I'm... One thing's for sure, if we're going to build a giant fox head on top of this thing, we are not going to be making the walls out of this. Right? So that's going to go. Hey, Jexcrafts! Thank you so much for the congratulations. I appreciate that. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a good day. Tried to get a fox head with a charged creeper. That doesn't work. You only get charged creeper heads from zombie skeletons and other creepers. This wholesome fox stream is exactly what I needed. Hey, we do what we can here. Yeah, it would be possible to get a fox head if I had a data pack installed like they do on Hermitcraft, but I do not. So no fox head for me. I'm wondering if we go full, like, full rustic on this whole thing. Maybe acacia slabs or something? Like as an accent. It's going to make these bits look weird. We want to do something like this. I'm good, Jegs. I'm good. Yeah, having a nice chill day here. Give or take the fact that it's very humid, but chill is relative. Chill is a state of mind, and I am currently in that. Yeah, I wonder. You like to use mushroom stems as the white block? Yeah, they are really good now. In the newer textures especially. Smooth quartz is also not bad now. Because that's borderless quartz, which is really what I wanted from the beginning. Where is mushroom these days? Because I know you can get it from here. In creative, you didn't used to be able to get mushroom blocks. Are they in decoration? Oh, they are. Yeah, there you go. That's why I wasn't seeing them. But, like, yeah, this is good stuff now. It also means you don't get the weird circular texture from the end of bone blocks. It's a little wavy, but it's still pretty good. And then when you break it, you get the spore texture, which is still really funny to me. I wonder if you could do a combination thereof. No, it's kind of too obvious, isn't it? Little bit too obvious. It's like having the sideways thing going on. Azu, yeah, this is the Minecraft soundtrack. It's raining in the UK. It's humid. Which means it is threatening to rain and is also, like, clammy. Which ain't fun. Yeah, smooth quartz is like this. Which is just too shiny, I think. Too shiny, too clean. I like how this window is getting taller. No worries, lovey. I will catch you in a bit. Talk to you on the WhatsApps. Again, white terracotta is too pink. I wanted this to be themed around foxes, and the white color on foxes. I think bone block is probably the closest. It's the kind of like off-white kind of thing. It's got like a little bit of yellowing around the edges. I think that's where we're at. I think that is where we're at. I love acacia next to bright green leaves. Which is a shame because acacia always spawns in like savanna biomes where you'd get those brown leaves instead of the green ones, but I think on plains it just looks so nice. An eggshell white. Yeah, that's a good way of putting it. Is that bone white? It's really what it is. It suggests kind of like organic in a way. Then I'm looking at it, the smooth quartz is growing on me. But I should probably get that looked at. So let's go back to bone blocks. Yeah, I'm just not such a fan of the circular thing. But it kind of looks like teeth in a gross way. It's like this window's going to chomp you. No, white concrete is just too bright. It's like concrete powder maybe, but then you have to make sure it's supported by something. And white concrete is just freaking luminous by comparison. I think we might potentially just go with cross sections of that and cope with the fact that it's got a clear line there. Being so perfectionist about this stuff as well, like, the whole point is just to get it built. Is it kind of dark to build with bone? I mean, I spent my afternoon slaughtering skeletons that were coming to me from a magical box, so you choose, I guess. That's where we're at. Dark is where we're at. The heck is that noise? Are there geese? See, yeah, this is the thing. If I build this in an interesting shape, how difficult is it to then build the fox head on top of it? I look younger with the lack of hair. I mean, the funny thing about lack of hair is that after a while it starts to make you look older. Depending on where you're lacking hair in particular. And we all know male pattern baldness runs on the maternal side, and my grandpa went bald, so I'm expecting to go that way myself at some point. So I'm enjoying the hair while I've got it. But occasionally there'll be trimmings. Yeah, the thing about the shape of it is, let me get a picture up here, because I have several dozen pictures of foxes on my phone. Got to have the snout shape. I kind of want it to be looking upwards like this, and the ears kind of be back, as though it's running, but running like towards the sky. I don't know. This is going to be really weird to draw out in creative. I don't quite know what I'm going to do for that. But I like the spirit that this already has, if that makes sense. I like the vibe. I like the choice of materials. I think the choice of materials is pretty solid. I mean, you can't go wrong with spruce and stone brick, but I like the acacia accents as well. I think having window boxes and stuff up here would be nice too. Just your standard, like, that is made of stone. No. Stuff like this. Maybe if the flowers could be like white tulips and lilies and orange tulips, kind of like, again, implying foxy colors. That'd be nice. It's all about the little details like that. And we could go with acacia trapdoors as well if we wanted to highlight that. But I do think spruce trapdoors work really well because they don't show you the dirt behind there, which is often a good thing if you just see the grass from the top. Yeah, I build with leaves a lot when it comes to builds like this. It's super nice. So we will see. We'll see how this goes. Let's see if I can get... Let's get reference image. See you later, Yakul. Thanks again. Have a good one. Man, there's some weird pictures of foxes on Google. I'm gonna go fox looking up. Alright, that's closer. That's sort of closer to what I want. Yeah. This one sat in the snow as well. Solace, yes, I got partnered. I did get partnered. I'm going to turn my lights on real fast as well because it's getting dull in here. Take a sip of water as well. How long are we going for today? Probably another like 40 minutes, maybe. Not planning on doing like a 6-hour stream or anything, but I want to see if we can get like. The thing about this is, I can't build it from the top down. I need to start with the nose and build it from the top down because, yeah. So if I start from the bottom, it's going to look real weird. So we need to really start like up here and sort of wireframe out what I want it to be. So we're definitely going to have like a snout kind of thing that's like up there. This is going to be very strange and experimental, and I have no idea how this is going to turn out. So if this looks whack for a good while, don't worry, it's fine. So like if we go... I kind of wonder if it's just going to be little dinky nose in the middle. Yeah, sorry. Dinky nose in the middle. The fox is looking up. Do we look up at it, or is it looking at what? There was some like philosophical stuff happening in the comments there. And so what we want is kind of orange stripe along the top there. But then that is going to... It's weird because it's going to ramp up, but then also come down at the same time. Because... yeah, the snoot needs to be higher. This is looking a little strange right now. But bear with me. And if we have, like, white wool coming out this way. Ignore that. Put that there. Foxy chops. Kind of. It's too straight right now. Needs to look more up. And then come down more at the back here. How about stripped acacia wood for the face? I don't know. It kind of looks like Chester Cheetah right now. Like if we gave it some eyes like here. It's got a little bit of a Cheetos vibe going on. And like what if we do... kind of like whiskers coming out the side. No, it's... And so it's got to have eyes kind of on the side. Those eyes are going to be facing downwards a little bit. Yeah, it's going to be... I think the angle probably needs to be steeper for all of this. I'm going to draft several versions of this, I think, and not all of them are going to be on stream. And the one I don't do on stream is probably going to be the best one, so... don't expect anything super cool right away. This is also the kind of thing that will look a lot better on a larger scale, and that is going to make it look super out of proportion with my town. So I won't build it too big, but... Need stuff framing the eyes a little bit. We're getting there. I think we are getting there. Obviously, we can start using stuff like slabs. Like, I'm blocking this out for now, but we could start working in a little bit more detail for the face. We've got a brow ridge kind of thing going on. And then from there, we can build up some ears. Looks like a kangaroo. And again, this is not facing upwards like I'm imagining it doing. So this might need to revise a little bit. But we can adjust the pose slightly. Once we know that the theory here is a little more sound. It's got that foxy kind of thing about it. I will say that. Maybe we need a bit of grey wool under here as well. The snout may also need to be a bit longer, proportionally, once we get the rest of this figured out. It does look like the Cheetos cheetah right now, yeah. You are correct. But we can start doing some really cool stuff in a minute with, like, for a start, wool inside the ears. And then if we throw in some acacia stairs, which are in a really weird place. But then you can start to shape the ears a little bit that way. And that's where you get some of the ear fluff hanging out. We need to have grey wool in there somewhere. Like there. And it needs to come to more of a point. I don't build organic stuff much, so this is kind of a challenge for me. That's on the right lines. I'll say that. It's on the right lines. We could almost get away with that if I wasn't such a perfectionist. For it to look like Chester the Cheetah, it needs to have, like, the sunglasses around here. Is what it needs. If we're going to go full Cheetos, it's got to have the wraparound. It's a cool fox now. Now it's a cool fox. Yeah. I love that. That's pretty funny. Now, if we do the same ear on the opposite side, like so. Yeah, we can nickname this one Chester the Cheetah, even if it does end up looking like a fox. Because that's just funny. Oh. Didn't mean to get rid of that one. I feel like the ears need to be higher, they need to be pointier, they probably need to be a little broader. But we're on the right lines. And yeah, in my head I imagined it looking up a little bit more at that angle. Where the chin is kind of right, but the rest of it looks too Too cartoony, in a way. Freaking Cheeto guy. Alright, I'm going to be right back. I need to run to the bathroom real quick. So, enjoy this Cheetos mascot for a few more seconds. Hello. Oh, I pressed the buttons I normally press, and it told you to expect me to be right back. Well, here we are. We're back. Pepin, you did not miss the stream. I am here. Although I'm probably only here for another half hour. I need a drink. I need to drink some water. Welcome to this. Looks like the squirrel from Ice Age. It looks like every cartoon character you've ever seen in your life. Except for the fox from Zootopia. And yes, Pepin, I'm partnered now. Very excited. I wonder if we broaden the face slightly. I think it's looking foxy enough. It's foxy enough that we can get away with it. Ignore the sunglasses. That's a joke. Although they do add a certain something. We will name this pub The Fox with Sunglasses. I think if we leave one there, then that at least kind of gives you the impression that they've got eyes that are slightly on the sides of their head. The reference image of the fox I have up here also has, like, kind of lines moving away from its eyes, which are just lines from the photograph, I think. I mean, like, crow's feet on a fox. But no, it's got kind of like a marking there that is probably just like the crease of where its fur is, but it looks like a black kind of line moving away from its eye. It's a fox with cat's eye going on. Fox looking up, transparent PNG. Nice. Nailed it. Great work. I wonder if grey wool is too dark. I mean, that's not too bad. It's not too bad, really. They do have a bit more colour than just white in their fur down here. It's kind of like a dog where the kind of fur under the mouth gets, like, sort of stained, in a way. I have not heard of that soup, no. Make it red wool so it looks like he was feasted on some chickens. Here we go. It looks like its tongue's hanging out to one side, like, yeah. Dead chicken in its mouth. Could be like this. There we go. It is eating chicken. Maybe. Maybe we'll include some sort of reference like that in the final deal. But I think that's a good start. And what we can do with the rest of it is kind of... we shape it out slightly like that. Like it's a fox traveling at speed now. Got to ruffle it slightly and make it less symmetrical. we Sonic now. I mean, technically it would be Tails at that point, because he is a fox, yeah? I think he is. Zoom Zoom Fox. Yeah. Yeah, I can get on board with that. Decent freestyle. Good start. I think we will probably actually wrap up the stream there. Because I need to draft this a few more times and I need to concentrate and probably not talk while I'm doing this. So I think that'll be it for today's stream. Let's browse some Twitch and see who else is streaming, who we can drop a raid on. Boz is there. We raided Boz the other day. I'm going to quickly browse the directory, and if nobody else pops out at me, we will drop ourselves on him once again. Let's see. Bacon Donut is streaming some Haunted Wastelands. Oh, Joe Hills is streaming. With his face like superimposed on the bottom left-hand corner, which is very strange looking. Oh my gosh, well. Just as we're deciding whether or not to raid Boz, this happens. And now we're being raided by Boz. So that probably means we can't stop the stream there. So, I think I owe you guys some more Fox content, because that's what's been the point of the stream. Boz, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome along, raiders. Hello, good to see you all. Hope you're having a good day. The faces in the chat. Foxface is here for the foxes. Well, have I got some foxes for you? Because we just built our own Foxface in Creative, which is probably eventually going to end up in the town here. But I am building a fox-themed bar, which we've now decided is probably going to be called the Fox Den. I was originally going to call it the Fox's Head, but this is... yeah, this is my town, by the way. This is my single-player Minecraft world. This is a town called Founder's Forge. And down here under this tree, we have a number of adorable sweethearts who are going to be the inspiration for this this fox-themed bar. So I'm going to treat you guys to what they've seen on the rest of the stream, which is this. subscribe for this kind of content. And there we go. That is some engaging content right there. Thank you guys for stopping in, Raiders. Welcome along. Bella with the rest of the bits. Thank you so much for the 40 extra bits. So yes, if you're new here, my name is Pixel Riffs. I'm a Minecraft YouTuber and streamer. We just got partnered the other day here on Twitch, and I do a lot of building 3 times a week in this world, which is part of my YouTube series, The Minecraft Survival Guide, where I teach people how to play vanilla Minecraft and, yeah, take on a bunch of interesting projects. And this town right here has been developing over the course of about a year. We have over 700 hours in this world now. I started off with a little farm over there, and that is growing into a whole variety of other projects which you see around you. There's some cool stuff going on. Most of it is very unfinished, but yeah, we got some neat stuff. So this is basically preparation for Tuesday's episode over on my YouTube channel. But yeah, we're gonna build some Fox themed stuff, but we're not gonna do that today because I am running out of time for my stream here. And if any of you guys want to drop a follow before you head out, then that would be very much appreciated, because I'll be back on Tuesday. Tuesday is when we do our resource gathering. We call it Chopping Tuesday, where I go and like harvest wood and stone and that kind of stuff. So happy with 3 months. Speaking of people following and subscribing, thank you so much for the 3 months of Twitch Prime support and the congratulations on the Twitch partnership. Very much appreciated. Maybe at some point this week we might be able to debut our new sub badges, and we're going to get started on some more emotes for folks as well, now that I have room for a lot of those. So keep an eye out for that stuff. You can see people spamming the emotes we do have. Enjoy your cup of space tea. But yeah, as Boz raided us, I was going to wrap up the stream, and I don't think I'm going to do all that much more, but I thought I would treat you guys to one last look at the foxes. So now that Boz is no longer available to raid, who shall we choose? Who do we pick out of the Minecraft directory? I feel like raiding somebody small and somebody who could use the followers. Let's see who we can find. Normally I like to stream, if it's not somebody I know, I like to try and pick somebody family friendly. So if anybody has any recommendations, feel free to drop them in the chat. But aside from that, you might want to your kid knows too much about this game. This is interesting. Yeah, I will try and find somebody who is family friendly for you guys. But if that's not a problem for you, then feel free to stick around, because I'm sure we will find somebody anyway. Looking down the list. Oh, Sliced Lime is streaming. That's awesome. He is a one of the guys who actually works at Mojang, and he has raided me a couple of times in the past. So I'm going to send you guys over to Sliced Lime today. So yeah, be sure to give him my best. Don't forget you can use your Pixel Hype emotes, and followers can use the hashtag PixelRaid to show some love over on Slice Stream. It looks like he is streaming from his fan server, and they're starting their Season 3, so that's going to be very exciting. Some hot new content for you guys. I hope you will enjoy. Until then, my name has been Pixel Riffs. I'll be back on Tuesday with some more Minecraft action for you guys. In the meantime, take care. I'll see you guys soon. Bye for now.